chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano shuffle, all kinds of masa. Bernie's all nervous, give him a beer.
Or two.
Chicano shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Tough shit.
Chicano shuffle, Ramon's el guapo, he tells good stories. Let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano shuffle, we love our fam. We hope you like this. If not, oh well.
Oh, well.
Welcome back to another episode of Chicano Shuffle. This is Ramon.
Stevs.
Fernando.
Yeah? Hey, it's good to see you fuckers, man.
Yeah, right?
But is it?
It is.
No, way.
It is, man. It's like fucking...
I think I like you guys on my screen better, way.
Nah. I don't like Zoom.
I know. I mean, we have to... Well, in certain times we have to do it because of scheduling or, todo este desmadre. But it is good to, like, fucking see you guys and fucking tirar vara, güey.
I mean, last Zoom we got, it was fucking, there was a lot going on because you had some gunshots by your neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
And I had a fucking guy hit a couple cars that was trying to hit and run way, but...
Lo agarraron.
So I heard it. I was like, oh, hold on, guys. And I went to go check it out, and there was some dude without a shirt just fucking like, you ain't going nowhere, homie.
It reminds me, did you guys see la putiza que le dieron al ratero en la combi allá en México, en Texcoco?
No way.
Wait.
Yeah, bro, that sounds like a tongue twister.
Texcoco?
No, because you said it like fucking...
Like rapid shots?
My brain is like, okay, Mexico, okay, guy, okay.
Parecía the micro machine guy, remember?
Yeah.
Shit, that's
I
right.
remember that guy.
The rapid talker?
Yeah.
Este cabrón, so there's a video, güey, donde una pinche combi doing his routine, güey.
What's a combi for the Chicanos out there that...
So a combi is like a it's not a taxi, but it's not a bus. It's a minivan, and they gut it all out, and they just put like bench style seating in it. And you flag it down, you jump in, you pay your fare, and it drops. It's got its stops.
It's like a VW bus or...
Yeah, or some of them. I think this was like a Odyssey looking.
Yeah, the more modern ones. Yeah, it's a minivan.
It's so it shows up. I guess now that some of the combis have cameras for security reasons.
It's almost like what is it called? The Lyft pool? No, Uber pool?
Yeah.
Algo así, no?
Yeah. Kind of also reminds me of the
It's between a bus and a taxiway.
Oh, yeah, those, yeah.
The combi.
I have a friend that's hooked on the fucking... I guess because of the podcast, he's all hooked into the X videos, Ray.
The X videos?
Yeah, we should send that. We should send them.
How did this take this time?
No, that we should send them an invoice. Pero en uno de esos, he tells me like, "Hey, wait, I was watching that video que it's like I was expecting the girls to get naked, just like in X videos. I guess they got one that calls Fake Taxi, and it's a British one.
He's looking up the wrong videos. Man.
So I know
we're on YouTube, homie.
He was expecting the Chilango version of it, like hay cinco güeyes. Oh, this is gonna get down pretty good.
Shit.
Pero so fucking the combi stops and there's two guys outside. One of them jumps in y el otro supposedly keeping an eye out y comienza a robarle, le pide el teléfono, el celular y la feria al driver. And there's a couple of patrons in there, like, fucking riders.
Shout out to the Patreons.
Saludos.
So, fucking, as he's going out, the one that's closer to the door le pone el pie y le agarra la mano y dice, ¿dónde vas, cabrón? Y que lo agarran y le dan una putiza, güey.
Oh, shit.
Dude, like my sister told me, dude, the best 4 minutes of my life. You know?
Shit.
Fucking, they fucked them up and you can hear the chilangos are like, no, que muy pinche leoncito. Pa' que sienta lo que sentimos. Y que fucking starts going like fucking, dude, they beat them, they're kicking them in the nuts, they're punching them. And then at one point, so while this is going on, fucking el chofer He's like, well, I got a route to do. And he keeps going.
Like cuando quieran, culeros.
And he keeps doing his route. And you just see them, like, whenever he takes off, everybody just is, like, moving like crazy. And they're still fucking wailing on that dude. And then se abre la puerta, baja uno, suben dos, and they jump in on it, too.
You know what, bro? It's probably worse to get an ass beat in Mexico, because not only is it a physical fucking beatdown, but they're talking shit while they're doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So they're fucking up your ego verbally.
And you're physically.
And with their fist way. Because right here, you see fights and they're just fucking... like, they're gassing out. But in Mexico, they're beating your ass and they're fucking belittling your fucking... your status.
Yeah.
Ya corta las gorditas, pendejo.
And they bring up bullshit if you know them. Like, hey, that was like 3 years ago. No que muy verga, fucking...
Por eso te están poniendo los cuernos.
Te cogiste,
Eso fue hace 3 años,
te
Miguel.
cogiste a mi prima, puto. Like, wait, what? No, that wasn't me, güey.
Clarito vi tu cinto, güey.
Shit escalates, güey. So.
Yeah, so they fucking beat him down, dude. And I guess there's another combi behind it because there's
honking, probably.
No, I guess it's following it. And then towards the end of the video, it seems like it cuts off, but it continues. And there's another driver y se ve cuando lo avientan el pinche ratero en el piso, lo encueran, güey.
Oh, shit.
Lo encueran y ahí lo dejan tirado. And they take off. I'm all like, fuck yeah, dude. I was all like, fuck, that's what needs to happen. But then...
Cuando lo encueraron, did you check out or you continue watching? Wait, I'm curious.
I checked out to the end.
So you saw the whole fucking...
I saw everything.
No wonder the compa's looking for us on next videos.
He was looking for that. He was looking for the X-rated version and shit.
I'm already invested. Let's see how this plays out. This way.
He's got the jergens and the napkins ready, right?
Oh, shit,
Vámonos.
bro.
So, fucking... So, and then you can hear the other driver like, ya agarraron la rata, you know, like, fucking...
Damn, bro.
Y ahí lo dejaron tirado, güey. Then I find out later on that dude died.
The guy that we're beating?
Yeah, fucking
They killed him?
internal
What the fuck,
bleeding.
bro? Why are you laughing at him? You laughed at him twice. When you saw it and right now when you're fucking telling a story.
You're still laughing.
Come on, dude. It was going to be a good story, way.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed la putiza que le dieron, but then when he died, I'm like...
He died from the beatdown?
Yeah.
Internal bleeding. He said.
Internal bleeding.
That's not cool. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, bro.
I know.
It's like those los borrachos que dan risa. Remember those videos? Me trataron como puerco.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember those videos?
No.
Ah, dude, those shits are fucking funny. There's a video that went viral like maybe 6-7 years ago of these borrachos de México, güey. On YouTube se llaman borrachos que dan risa. Y ahí está un güey, the main fucking dude of that fucking video, the guy that took the spot. It's like a maybe 4 or 5 minute video. Y puros pinches borrachos that get arrested in Mexico. The prensa, ya ves que ahí the prensa likes to fucking... The press likes to record people getting arrested and then, señor, ¿y por qué?
¿Y por qué lo arrestaron?
So they're fucking drunk. They're all drunk. So they just record like their answers. Mira, pinche cagada de risa, güey.
Is it the same one donde dice, si ya saben cómo me pongo, ¿para qué me invitan?
Nah, it's totally different.
Is it?
Yeah, and so this guy, the main dude on that way, tan pedo que estaba que he was saying, soy el hijo del papá. And they were like, what? Sí, soy el hijo del papá de la canaca, dice el güey. So he's throwing all this shit that doesn't make sense, right? So the video is really funny, but find out, way, and the ironic thing about that video is like that dude sobered up and he got killed by a drunk driver like a year or 2 later.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, pero ese pinche video, güey, fuck, güey. If you have a chance, check it out, güey, because esos pinches... Y le dice, señor, pero andaba conduciendo el vehículo borracho. ¿Y qué? ¿No chocado? Those kind of stubborn fucking old guys, dude.
There's logic to that. There's logic to it about it. Like, yeah, estoy borracho, pero no chocado.
No chocado, dice, güey.
Oh, fucking
yeah. And then you find out they die, güey. And so that video is not that funny anymore, where you're like, shit.
You're like, oh, fuck, qué gacho, güey. Lo que es el vicio, güey.
But that sucks. And did anybody get charged for that or no?
I don't know. I think they were looking for them or something. But eran varios. I mean, eran un chingo de cabrones. And there's clarito, hay como 3 cabrones que se ven, la cara se les ve clarita, güey. You know, the other ones, hay uno que está dando la espalda. There's some that are jumping in, like, you know, checking it out.
That's not exactly the land of
prosecution.
Of law and order, güey.
No, Mexico's otro pedo, güey.
Yeah.
And fuck, but at the beginning when I was watching the thing, you start reading the comments, right? I'm like, no, ese güey le fue doble putiza. Una, pues los de la combi. Dos, cuando llegó a la casa y la vieja se lo puteó porque no trajo pa la semana.
My favorite part is que el pinche chofer was like, gotta keep the route going, homie. Gotta keep the route going. You know he had one of those he probably had a fake phone and a fake wallet. Yeah, ahí te va, güey. I gotta keep going, homie, so if you're done here.
Tengo que hacer mi fucking, la gente está esperando su
I got a schedule to keep, homie.
There's something to that, huh? Like the stoicism of like Mexicans sometimes that you're so desensitized to shit that it's like, hey, wait, take that shit somewhere else, right? I got shit to do. Where here, where you're not exposed to that kind of shit, it might be like, oh shit, like fucking te da miedo and shit. But on Mexico, it's like, hey, wait, take this shit somewhere else, bro. I got shit to do.
It's funny.
Well, like I said the chiste, but you know, this dude probably has like a fake cartera with a couple billetes, you know, and probably even like maybe I don't know if a phone. I don't know if you can afford 2 phones, but I'm sure he has like a fake cartera with couple billetitos in there pa fintear, güey.
It might be those church pamphlets.
How often does this guy get robbed?
That looks like $100 bill, and the back has got the church information and everything.
I trip out on these dudes, way, because you know the Mexican culture, way, it's known to use a lot of like comedy in the conversations, and if you're so fucking exposed to this kind of shit, they must use the comedy to like deal with like shit. Because allá no se escucha mucho que I go to therapy, que I'm talking about my shit, but you have to realize that these people probably have like PTSD from all this shit, and I'm still amazed at like the comic relief that's still involved in like the day-to-day way. Like you think like how are you like this, dude? Like
no. And I mean, it's funny that you say that because as soon as I saw that video, the next thing after that, I keep seeing the memes now.
Of the beatdown?
Yeah, the beatdown. The memes are fucking hilarious, dude. Like one of them has dice la combi por de fuera, and they show the minivan, right? And then por dentro, and it's got a clip of WWF, like 5 guys on one beating them down,
like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Pero está cabrón because he died, no way. I mean, that's kind of like a tough one.
Now it's like fuck, he died. I mean, que si no se hubiera muerto la putiza y el desmadre, you know?
Or in the face of comedy way, is like somebody dying from it, is it still the comic fucking factor of it? Does it outweigh
the tragedy?
That this dude died, or is it something that's just like, well, this is what it is, way. It's still funny.
But here's the thing though. I think you're a little bit less troubled by it because this guy was era un ratero, you know? So you're like, well, he gets what he deserves. ¿Pa qué anda robando?
But that's kind of blurry, way, because that's what we're dealing with here, way, where it's a lot of people were like, well, George Floyd did this. If he wouldn't have done that, that wouldn't have happened to him. I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
But right here, it's a little bit different compared to Mexico.
But what I'm saying is like the what you said, where it's basically the same kind of mentality.
Yes.
Where it's like, hey, wait, well, if he didn't steal shit, like they wouldn't have killed him.
But the difference right here is it's the ¿cómo se dice? The community itself. It's the victims. It wasn't a higher authority that did it. You know?
Mm-hmm. I think because that incident in Mexico is pretty much fucking street justice. Please.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's street justice. Y aquí it's an institution that's supposed to protect and serve, pues.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
It's like what's happening with the street vendors también right now, you know? It's still happening. I just saw one in Santa Cruz. Yeah.
Oh,
in Santa Cruz, there's I guess it was una señora vendiendo su fruta o sus hot dogs o no sé qué era. New way, I think he's raza too.
Oh, the one where they beat the dude?
Yeah.
I don't know if they beat him, but
sí le dieron unos putazos and shit.
They embarrassed him more than anything.
Yeah. So fucking, it's still happening. And when it's street justice.
But that dude was asking for what this guy said, protection money, way. She fucking...
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about. The
cholo.
Dude, yeah, the dude fucking came to tell the lady selling flores, ¿no?
No, it was fruta. Yeah, fruta.
To get protection money, and la pinche señora was, no, güey, no te voy a pagar nada. So he about to tip their fucking truck over. Y llegaron unos cabrones, like, a ver, cabrón.
Y se lo putearon, güey.
Le dieron los chingazos, but then they sat him like in a fucking corner, güey.
Sat him in the
Le
corner.
quitaron la mochila and then get the
This
fuck
is
out of
in
here.
Santa Ana?
I think that somewhere. No?
Yeah, it's somewhere. It was in
Right,
LA.
it was close by, yeah.
Yeah, but the one I was
That's not
talking
LA,
originally was in Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz.
In Santa Cruz, but that I forgot about that one. But sí, se lo putearon. And you could see they're like, yeah, you know, like, all right, homie, let me get up. Now, fuck you. Y se lo están get out of here. Y like, well, let me get up. Oh, se lo chingaban madreando, güey. And it's just like that's street justice, and it's gonna start getting like that. And it's only gonna be a matter of time before the you know, los vendedores start, you know, fucking protecting themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, way, but I don't think that guy should have died because he fucking stole some shit in Mexico.
Yeah, that's too severe of a consequence, no?
Yeah, but I think part of it, I mean, is it's
The punishment doesn't fit the
no,
crime.
it doesn't. But it was at this point, it was just frustration, aggravation, anger, letting it out because ya basta, güey. Ya están hartos de que los estén robando. Ya están hartos de que se estén aprovechando de ellos, you know? People are hardworking. People are fucking busting their ass, waking up early, dando una chinga, sacrificing para que un güey nomás venga y fácil, dame tu dinero. It's just, yeah, that's it. I had enough. And it's just, and that's not the driver or it's not the business owner or whatever. It's the community. It's the people themselves. They're like, we're tired of this shit. Yeah, dude shouldn't have died. He should have gotten a beat down and a lesson, but it's where, like, you know, you can't measure that, I think.
You got a forever lesson, homie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get it, way, but I don't know. I guess I think a little different way. To me, it's like, I mean, yeah, that guy died and he was a piece of shit and yeah, lost that, but that definitely is not going to change their situation that they're still in anyways, way. I mean, so basically, what's the point of him dying, way? It's not going to really do anything.
Yeah. But then there's another one in Mexico también, era una senaduría. And this guy walks in and he's fucking taking like, you know, está robando, hay dos güeyes comiendo, like, you know, like in a little stool, like a little bench eating. And la lady behind the counter, and he goes in and takes her money, and then he goes in and he tries to rob, and he robs, I think, or he takes the money de los que están comiendo. As he's walking out, some people are coming in, and they kind of block them, y que lo agarran, güey. So lo agarran a putazos también ahí. I don't know the outcome of that one, but they fuck him up too.
Yeah.
You know?
Some more street justice.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Now that the cops are checking out.
Yeah.
See.
I mean, the cops are checking out. There's the pandemic. People are losing their jobs. They're losing their businesses. Look at, you know, los taqueros, los street vendors and everything. I was just talking to, I had to take a lift over here today. And I was talking to the paisa. And,
Right away.
well, he is paisa. His mom is from where my mom and my grandparents are at.
Mm-hmm.
Were at.
Is it Chicano? Or
No, he's Mexican. He's Mexican, you know. And I was asking him, hey, so how is it now that, you know, he's like, dude, the first 3 months were fucking hard. If I made $200 in a week, that was a lot.
No shit.
You know, and it's just like, so it started picking up like in, what was it? So it was March, April, May, like in June. He said June, it started picking up. Fucking Lyft was giving all these bonuses and everything, but like the bars are closed, the nightclubs are closed, the restaurants are not open late at night. He's like, the only way I can make my money is early in the morning. I got to wake up at 4, be on the road actually by 4 and start taking people to the airport. That's where you still get some money and shit. But this, like, you know, what it was before, like in las noches, that's where a lot of people would make their money. There was a lot of drivers, but he's like, right now it's like, you gotta get up really early and start hitting it out there because está cabrón, güey.
I mean, I get it, way, but like sometimes it is lack of information, way, of course. And in some certain situations, you could say, well, it's the lack of information that this person's going through what is they're going through. But in this case, I feel like it is lack of information because he could just jump on Uber Eats, where, I mean, Uber Eats, that's seeing the market. And I get it, where sometimes you don't see things like that. But hey, Lyft's not going. But what's happening? Well, people are ordering food. Well, let me fucking jump on this app because, dude, Uber Eats is fucking, they're killing it. The Dash, whatever the fuck,
DoorDash.
those guys are killing it.
I didn't even bother asking him about that. You know, I was just more of the you know, maybe he did do it. I don't know. But as far as for Lyft, because my specific question was on Lyft, you know, and we didn't break out to see if he was doing the DoorDash or anything. But he's like, dude, if I did $200 in a week with Lyft, that was a lot.
And the raza is definitely, a lot of the cases is a lack of information, because I mean, I was working at a place fucking on Thursday, and this place always, bro, this guy has the hustle down, dude. This guy pulls up in the Astro van, And the owner's at a certain part of the warehouse, he's got a Range Rover, he's got a Shelby, old Shelby, he's got a fucking Tesla, a Hummer. And then the employees have fucking nice trucks because they're working like some welders. So they all have these fucking Tacomas. El güey washes all their fucking cars, dude. And he makes, se lleva 20 minutes. Y me estaba estorbando el güey. He wasn't letting me go out. So le dije, ¿sabes qué, güey? Well, fuck it, wash my shit too, güey. Pues ya estoy aquí. So I took a little break. He was washing my shit. And y a él, güey, it's like, hey, güey, do you take Cash App and Venmo? And I know it sounds like, güey, no mames. Mm-hmm. But he can fucking make so much money if he fucking offered that.
Now, let me ask you, because I don't know, because I don't have a Venmo. I have Cash App, but it's just for small transactions. But someone like that, do you need like a business ID or anything if you're gonna be taking money like that?
No, you just need your debit card to transfer it into your bank from, I think, or your routing number, or whatever. Uh-huh. But what I do is when somebody, because you can put what the money's for. I never put it as a transaction, even if it's $200. I put $200 and le pongo food. So it to just in case, and I want people. Yeah. I'm not saying don't pay your taxes, but what I'm saying is like if this transaction could be viewed as just we had dinner and here's your $200, and these people I can help them out somehow. I'll put food in there, and I won't put that I got a haircut, or I won't put that you did my taxes.
There's some kind of service.
Yeah, I just put food or rent, whatever. And so it just automatically they take a little percentage if you have an instant transfer, which is like. Actually, like at the moment, but if you wait a couple days or whatever, they don't take a little percentage of it, and that's how they make their money.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, when you have a little business way, you're reporting your income way. It's not like the fucking it's coming in and all of a sudden the government goes, okay, gotcha way, $200.
But it comes back to what we were talking about with Mario. If you can do as much as you can to not let them know, hey, here I am. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that way. I mean, even if. Because once you start auditing, if you get an audit, I mean, they're definitely going to want to see, because where did that money come from? Oh, my bank account says I transferred $200 from Venmo. And now it's like, okay, what was that for? Oh, well, it says food. Yeah. It has nothing to do with any expenses. And I mean, I feel like it's easier to just
justify
go under the radar way.
So, tranza of the week, fucking put food. No, just to help out the raza or just to help out.
You don't have to put anything or put whatever,
Yeah, I mean, don't be specific. Fucking, commission artwork.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Tipo Ramon, that's what he's saying.
Or like, la bola pinche mamalona.
But this fucking guy made fucking $300 in like fucking an hour or two.
It's the hustle win.
Like, dude, I mean, and then this is what he did right now. So what was he doing before this? I'm like, dude, that's a fucking dope little hustle. We're washing fucking cars, going to businesses like, hey, wait, I'll wash your shit while you're working. And this dude just fucking, le dan las llaves, they're working. The owner's in on it because he's washing their fucking Range Rovers and their fancy cars, so they don't care.
Yeah.
Gives el dueño a little free car wash.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I didn't really get into his business.
Well, también the fucking what is it, the back hatch loncheras are fucking being big right now.
I see them all the time.
The back hatch loncheras?
Yeah, like how if you have like you have your like let's just say Mario's got
out of your car.
In the back of the.
Oh, I bet out of your car. Okay.
Yeah, fucking they roll up and they got fucking the coolers. They got the fucking la olla.
Because times are tan cabrón, güey.
You don't have to because I mean think about it, Freddie. When we were working, if you're by a job site, you saw the lunch truck roll up. But if you're in a residential area, you're blocking the street. You're blocking. You can't park it.
The vatos that throw rat, güey.
Yeah, so. If you roll up in your little fucking Ford Explorer or whatever and you just pop the back, y órale, pam, pam, pam. Right there. You could even take a regular parking spot. Ya te conocen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and by the time they rat you out, you're fucking gone,
You're
homie.
gone. Like, late.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, they've been... I'm
still sketchy about those, though.
I've even seen, like, the Asian ones where... Because I went to one place one time, get a... Like how right here we're used to like the paisitas and the raza working in the warehouses.
Yeah.
I've been to some que son puros Asians, way.
Yeah.
And they get their Asian también fucking vendedor that sells them soups or some shit from the back way. It's pretty cool to see, way, because I mean they're just trying to hustle their cash, right?
Yeah, I saw this one. What was it, like in 2015, 2014? I was working in Ontario. I was working in our dispatch offices. And every Wednesday, there was a restaurant close by, but every Wednesday, the owner or would send somebody con caldo de res, con tamales, burritos, tortas, already prepackaged and everything. Already, nomás llegabas and she would like set up in the lobby. Boom, you get there. I'm like, oh, ¿qué tiene ahora? No, pues que caldo de res. Oh, pues deme uno. I'm like, ¿qué tiene ahora? No, que un burrito. I'm like, oh, shit, let me get some of that. Or like, they had all the styles, You couldn't get picky about it. You couldn't say like, oh, pues no tiene uno sin arroz. No, it was already, it was all there, like everything on it.
Right away.
And I'm all like, oh, shit. I'm like, that's a cool little hustle también, You have your restaurant, but también every Wednesday or whatever it was, she would show up and it was, everybody was waiting for it. Era el día que nadie llevaba lonche. So she was making, this business was making money on that side. I don't know if they still have it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still a little sketchy on the fucking behind the ranfla.
Why?
I don't know. It's no different than rolling up to a señor vendiendo tamales in the corner, right? On the shopping cart.
Yeah.
It's no different than that. But I'm just like, I'm tempted, but I'm like, nah, I'll wait. One of these days, I'll give him a try.
Yeah, I mean, if people fucking... Remember the Roach Coach, Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, you should talk shit about the fucking loncheras, Wayne.
Yeah.
Está cabrón también the back of the Explorer.
Yeah. And I had a couple loncheras que sí me chingaron la plomería, güey.
Yeah, te aguadaron los frijoles.
Me aguadearon el tanque, güey.
For other reasons, dog.
It was like a fucking carne asada burrito.
Shit, bro.
It was a secret spot, güey.
You took a risk.
Te daban un burrito.
And I always figured you can't go wrong with carne asada. If I go with al pastor or
don't get pork, right? That was the mentality.
Yeah, it's like you don't know how long it's been sitting there. Like, I don't know. But with carne asada, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. No, güey, siempre
Maybe it's en el queso estaba mal, güey.
Me chiflaba el pinche, el chimuelo, güey.
Maybe it was the sour cream, güey.
No, I didn't get no sour cream. I don't get sour cream in my al pastor, bro.
No, you said asada.
Oh, yeah. I don't get asada. I don't get sour cream in my asada.
Yeah, I get sour cream in asada, too.
Hey, qué pedo, güey, qué pedo.
Yeah, that one's a little...
I might get it on nachos.
If you have the fucking aguacate, the sour cream, and the salsa, you get the little Mexican flag going, güey.
Yeah.
Y un pinche pedazo de asada de águila.
It's made to go together. Una rebanita del jalapeño, güey. Le gusta el little higo. En nopal.
You can't go wrong with the tricolor, güey. What's up?
No, también, that's the case, agarra unos huevos divorciados también.
Ay, güey.
Agárrame estos divorciados, güey.
Ay, qué vulgar. No wonder they're looking
No, there's a play.
What is that, X videos?
X videos, güey.
There's a play called Huevos Divorciados.
Is that what you search on X videos? Huevos divorciados?
No.
I wonder what comes up, güey.
El güey le ponen los cuernos.
Let me get to the bottom.
He walks in.
Let me get to the bottom of
Va a salir una de Sex Mex.
I hope I don't go into some crazy fucking Epstein shit.
No shit.
With,
Oh, shit.
Oh, pinche Ramon.
Jesus Christ, bro.
No, it's because it was tugging. I'm like,
abuse.
Yeah, güey.
The abuse is real.
You fucking disconnected and shit.
I disconnected my
Ándale
headphones.
por mamón, güey. We're gonna take an intermission. Come on. Dun, dun,
What happened, bro? You fucking got all savage.
I know, güey. Se encabronó.
It's because I felt like it was that tugging.
Oh, yeah, güey. Because está corto el asunto, güey.
Oh, there we go.
Ay, güey. Ahí agachadito ahí for the camera, dog. There's your X videos right there, eh?
Si sale algo when you search X videos huevos divorciados.
Ramón.
The first picture says vieja mama culo huevos y verga. Jesus.
Ay, güey.
Bro, this shit's crazy, bro.
Fucking A.
What are you having to look up, bro?
Mamadas de huevos.
Well,
Fuck, dude.
Damn, güey.
I guess you could probably search anything and something on X videos comes up.
what would be something random? Fucking
Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a little George Clooney type dude.
Or I'm thinking va a salir una güera en a ebony.
Ay, güey. Right away.
Fucking.
Do they still say that? Ebony, güey?
I think they
I don't
do.
know, I think there's a magazine called Ebony.
Well, it used to, Ramon's magazine.
I was just talking with what was it? West Side Dave the other day. I think we were playing or something and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, the Ebonies. And no se suena tan culero like saying like the black chick. You know?
Really? I
don't
think you
know.
think black's cool, way. I don't think they mind.
No, I know, but
I heard that they don't like African American, way. I heard that some people don't
how
like
about
that.
Afro American?
I don't know. I don't.
They don't like African American?
Yeah, I heard that they don't like that because it associates with like Africa, and so it's like even within that community way, if you're like black, like African black, but you're African American, there's a certain kind of dynamic that kind of we have.
Yeah, with the
paisa
Mexicans and the
Chicanos. Yeah, there's a certain dynamic.
Yeah, I get that. I can see that. I could definitely see that. But whatchamacallit, I thought that the Malcolm X is the one that really started pushing that African American distinction.
No, bro. That's above my pay grade.
And shit. I thought that was it. But then somewhere around the 90s, they started going with Afro American or mid 90s or late 90s. They changed it from African American to Afro American.
Some shit's getting really confusing, man.
Yeah. Shit, just the other day, I was talking to a coworker. And I don't know what it was. And he was just ranting how I guess somebody was using the N-word, like in its raza. I'm like, well, you know what? You gotta understand where they grow up in, But not with the R at the end. It was just like the nigga. Like, hey, nigga. Yeah. He's like,
canceled.
No.
Thanks, Ramon.
And it bothered him. I'm like, I get it. I mean, like, I'm not going to get... It sounds weird or it looks weird when I hear a raza saying it, but you got to understand where they grew up in. And, like, for example, for us, it was Ebonics. And he's like, he gave me a weird look, like, Ebonics? I'm like, what, you don't know what Ebonics is or was? That was just the I guess, it's somewhere along the line, and correct me if I'm wrong, but do you guys remember that was the official title for slang?
Mm-hmm. That was like a little movement to teach it, I guess, to teach it way.
It was like the Urban Dictionary, But I mean, we use
a language.
So the other day I was telling somebody how, like, what was that when you knock and fucking take off?
Oh, the ding dong ditch or something?
Yeah, but in Linwood, these people used to say the fucking N-word, but with the R, and then knocking after it. So that was the name of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, and you remember this?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And so in Linwood, it was that. And then as kids, we would say it. Oh, let's go fucking this knocking. And we didn't, we were ignorant. But I didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah, And
so now as an adult, you look back, you're like, fuck, dude, that's really what it was. We're like, damn, that's crazy. And
I do remember that way because I remember the first time they told me, and I was, you're confused. We're like, what is that way? What are you talking about? Yeah, well, you're going to fucking knock and then fucking take off, bro.
Oh, you remember the little chant, like, a fight.
Oh, yeah.
And
a white.
Yeah, remember that?
Oh,
dude, yeah, fuck, dude, those are hood fucking jingles, bro.
Oh, shit, I remember that one.
Pues también chino, japonés, come caca y no me des.
A la hora de comer.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Es así. Es así. I know that.
And then Cepillín has a song called La Chinita.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you ever heard of La Chinita, mi bonita. And then he does the typical hola, yo tengo mucho toño. He does all that. I'm like, and I'm listening to this like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, and this was acceptable growing up?
You take the raza.
Yeah, but
the raza is super racist.
Asians don't complain, bro. You don't hear an Asian fucking time. Look at Matt TV. They had a fucking Miss Kwan or Miss Swan, remember?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Chambeando, güey.
I don't know about now, though.
I don't know.
I don't know about now.
I don't know.
It's just, but también it's like we can't assume that they're not complaining because honestly, I have some Asian coworkers. I don't have Asian friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest about that one. I don't have Asian friends.
Oh, so you can't tell
I have Asian family.
So you can't tell Asian jokes. I see.
Yeah. I have Asian family, but I don't have Asian friends. We hang out and we party, or like I know how their culture is, or like the similarities or the differences, or like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Family is otra cosa, but it's just more in a family environment. I don't see it as a hanging out or partying or like, hey, cómo está el desmadre or que la chingada.
They definitely go through shit, especially with the COVID. I know I was one time I forgot where I was at, but I was talking to the cashier and she was Asian. And she's telling me, yeah, dude, it's hard for us right now, man, because like my mom doesn't want to leave the house because it's like, oh, you fucking Asians, you brought the corona and all this shit. And so they dealt with some shit in their scene, in their own little way, in their own bubble. Mm-hmm. They were dealing with like the being prejudiced towards that way.
That was todo el pinche el presidente, güey. He still calls it the China virus.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting discriminated against because está cabrón, güey.
And it's ignorance, güey.
The China flu or the China virus?
There was an article in the LA Times way that the epicenter, I guess at least in our areas way, for the COVID right now is fucking pa' allá, pa' Linwood, Bell, like Southeast LA, güey.
Really?
That's the epicenter where all the razas at.
Los que no hacen caso.
No, los que,
No, pues los que andan chambeando, güey.
en la carne asadas también.
Los que hacen the pinche, those factory, the t-shirt factories, they busted like 2 or 3 times already. Like the one like in downtown, what is it called? Because they changed the name, no? Ya no sé that's the Los Angeles clothing company, or was it called?
Oh, the American
The
Apparel?
one that used to be American Apparel.
Yeah, Los Angeles Apparel.
Yeah. So I think they got busted like 2 or 3 times already that they weren't following the rules, and they had like ridiculous number of people getting sick with.
Well, aren't they? Isn't Governor Newsom in California? Then he just did a press conference that they're gonna shut down your water.
Shut down water.
Yeah. Yeah, with the power and water within 48 hours. And it has to do because somebody started to fucking throwing massive parties, dude. There's some fucking crazy parties. People throwing still gatherings and parties and shit. So if they get a couple of complaints and the police roll out, I guess in your second or third offense, fucking within 48 hours, DWP is going to show up and shut off your water and power, bro.
What?
Yeah.
All right, maybe that, yeah.
Crazy.
I haven't heard of that way. That sounds crazy.
But
I was just watching it in the morning.
But I get it, way. It's just a really hard subject, way, because like Los Angeles Apparel and all these different companies, way. I mean, a lot of these people that work for these companies no tienen papeles, way.
Yeah.
And so you're saying like, okay, wait, yeah, shut it down. It's Corona. But then part of me is like, wait, if they shut it down, these people aren't gonna have fucking income. Way they're not. How are they gonna do it? Way.
But see, the thing is, we got to look at it because it's not just here; it's globally, dude. There's a lot of people that are not, it's not just the raza in LA Apparel. It's not the raza in downtown LA or in Linwood or in East LA. It's globally.
But globally, some of them figured it out already. Way.
Yeah, but think
that's
about
what I'm
it.
saying.
I mean, like, for example, in Peru, there's still like a lot of Venezolanos that are over there illegally. And they were surviving on street vending or, doing side hustles because maybe they don't have the work permits. And I'm sure, I don't know what the rules over there are, but I'm sure they're also getting paid under the table type of deal. And with everything closed, they're struggling too.
In Venezuela?
No, in
Peru, is that?
Peru. There's a lot of Venezolanos in Peru.
But the LA Apparel, I mean, they haven't shut them down since like the like everything started back up again. I'm saying they've busted them and shut them down for like a week because they from the moment they came back, they put out guidelines. People need to be spaced apart. Y todo eso es madre. And every time they've showed up to inspect, everybody's fucking like sardines, way. Like they got as many people on the line as they can. Y como dices tú, porque son un bunch of paisas, and their numbers like of cases, they're supposed to report. I think like if you have five cases or more, you're supposed to report it to whatever agency, or no? And these vatos weren't reporting shit, and they're like in the 200s or something. And then so they bust and shut them down for a week, and then they clean everything up, and then they fucking they bring them back. Okay, they follow the rules with a little inspector, whatever's there. And these vatos come back like a month later, ya están otra vez igual, fucking packed up, and their numbers are again high, and they haven't reported shit. But they don't shut them down, way. They shut them down for like that week to clean up, get tracked together, and then they open up again.
And I'm not sure, but they're doing what? Are they doing like clothing for the pandemic for the first responders, or they're just doing regular t-shirts?
Look at all the online shit is fucking booming, bro.
Wait, but did we get to that already? Like just essential businesses? I thought that was done.
No, that's what I'm saying. The essential business ya pasó.
Yeah, no, but this dude's saying that.
Yeah, like they're making masks. No way.
Yeah.
We're back. Their business as usual, way. Pero de lo que te digo, they're not shutting them down.
Yeah.
They shut them down literally for the week para limpiar and don't do it again, pero they don't shut them down. And that's the reason, like, the epicenter is with the raza, way, porque all these people don't live in downtown. They probably live over there where we're talking about, Bell, Linwood, pa' aquellos lados, way, because it's all raza that work where, and probably undocumented and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, maybe if they're doing clothing for essential workers or for hospitals or anything, then I would see that. But donde tengan que traer the whole, the mass force. But if they're, I don't know, maybe.
I don't think we're in that stage anymore. I don't think it's just essential businesses, way.
For a while, way.
Now people are just trying to fucking make a penny, way.
No, but it goes también como dices tú. So all these people, they're packing them in, they're not following the guidelines, pero la pinche gente, como dices tú, they gotta work. So, y la raza ya sabes cómo somos, güey. They don't like to complain, güey. They don't like to rock the boat. Tengo que trabajar, all right, well, doesn't seem safe, pero I need the jale.
But it could, I mean, obviously, like with everything, obviously, like with everything, there's different factors that affect it, right, bro? So some of it could also be the businesses like, hey, I don't want to shut down. I need to make some money.
Yeah,
and then
what makes you think that my stuff isn't essential?
I don't think we're there anymore. Where who gives a shit what's essential now? People are just trying to fucking survive. Where and it sucks because like they're undocumented, a lot of them way, and there's no resources for them way. So what are they supposed to do?
Yeah,
You know, should the government pass some kind of fucking bill that gives aid to fucking people? They're not gonna do that way.
They can't.
So what do we do? Well, how does that situation get resolved when it feels like a catch-22 way? You can't stay home because you're not going to pay your fucking bills. But then if you go to work, you're spreading it more. And then that's delaying.
And that's why we're the epicenter. Way.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Right away, fucking Mario with fucking quote, the raza is the epicenter. Because I know everybody's heard this a lot. And I don't want to sound like this fucking argument that was going on a while back, que raza against fucking the blacks. But they always bring it up, it hits the black community hard. Here, for the most part, I think in areas where it's majority like Latinos, the Latinos are hit the hardest way.
Because we're the majority.
No, but I mean, there's always the minorities, but we're even more than like the güeros. Like when it started, I have to like West Side Dave's area, a lot of the güeros were getting it, and that's where the peaks were because they're the ones that travel the most to other countries and shit. And now it's because of like shit like that. Like we're saying, que pinche raza no tiene papeles, you can't get unemployment, you still need to pay the fucking rent. They're packing you like sardines, pero I need the check way, like chingon way. And so now it comes down to the raza. Now the raza is the one peaking way.
Yeah, but it could be what he's saying too, where that's just the majority también, so it offsets the numbers, right? Because
the majority is always the blancos.
No,
and
no.
Then, but
I mean, we're known as the minority,
the largest minority. Okay,
the largest minority. So our numbers are more than I'm assuming right now.
But what I was saying is you always hear it's affecting the black community a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're hearing as much. It's affecting us more.
Yeah.
¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
Because I mean, even
that's the fake news, right?
How many fake news right away? You throw me quotes, air quotes. No mames.
You're on camera, bro.
No, porque in that sense is the bias that we're talking about earlier, way, you know? Mm-hmm. Porque también, it's affecting the black community pretty like super high because of poverty and shit like that. Pero they don't have a lot of like undocumented. They have small numbers of undocumented, pues, given in Africa or some other countries. But ours, way, somos un chingo, way, that are like undocumented, way. So it hits us hard for the same thing you're saying, way, that we have to go to work. We have to go. We have to go sell those tamales. We have to go make the T-shirts so you can order fucking your camisetas and shit, way.
Yeah, it's tough, way. It's tough, way. I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I don't know when shit's gonna open up. Like, fuck, dude. It feels like
we'll see what happens after November 4th.
But see, dude, we're like in August already, dude. Like, if somebody told me fucking when this first went down, August, end of the year, maybe the beginning of next year, you're still gonna go through this shit, I probably wouldn't have believed it, way, because I didn't think anything. I mean, my ignorance was telling me that there's nothing that can stop us for this long. But now, obviously, it really proved how our infrastructure is, our medical infrastructure, our social infrastructure, everything's just not stable. And then the lack of leadership, and I'm not just talking about the presidential lack of leadership. I'm talking about the lack of leadership in communities, the lack of leadership overall. It just feels like there's no direction. There's no
right
leadership.
Now, everybody on their own, to each his own. You know?
And to put that pressure on American citizens, you know how we are, dude.
Yeah.
We could barely fucking we barely have fucking in our savings to handle a $500 fucking situation. But that's what I'm saying. So you're putting that pressure on you're putting that pressure on fucking people that can't even take care of their own shit. Where I mean, that's why there's a lack of leadership in the communities. There's a lack of leadership on a bigger spectrum politically. I just feel like there's no leadership, and we're just kind of like, what do? I don't know. Well, this guy's telling me to do this. This fucking person's telling me to do that. What the fuck do I listen? What do I do? Like, I'm confused. There's no fucking like source where I'm like, okay, yeah, the CDC. Oh, well, fuck the CDC. Now fucking I'm not in, this isn't my realm, but didn't Trump take the that you don't have to report the numbers to the CDC? Now
he took
send it straight to the administration?
The hospital reports that they sent to the CDC of like the numbers.
He directed it to him, right?
He took that away from the CDC.
Yeah.
So he sent it to his department, which is the
so he could get the real numbers.
You think that's
no,
what
but
it is?
he took it so he can control the numbers way, because he doesn't like the numbers, because like he says about the test, same thing he says is about we should test less so that you see less numbers, like the numbers are lower, but just because the numbers are lower doesn't mean there's less cases. He's just trying to look better publicly, pues. So if he has the numbers the same way he skews, like every time he talks about the COVID thing, he says, "Oh, we have the lowest mortality rate." But like you look up the study he's talking about, and it's like a very specific thing. It's not like an overall mamada. And then like he says this, and you look it up, and también, so he, like, I don't know.
But how do you explain when you see the like that statistics? Like this is the numbers for this, but then when they put like lower numbers, and you see it on social media, and they're going against that right away, social media takes it off. Why do they take it off?
Because when they can take it off for a lot of reasons, but a lot of those studies that they're putting aren't like
it goes both
those
ways.
Are like the fake news. No, because there's legit studies, and then there's studies that are like small or fucking skewed studies, or like I say, that they take a number from another study, which they do this a lot. They'll take numbers from this other study that said one thing, and they take it and they skew those numbers to make it seem like there's another result. ¿Entiendes? So at that point, you're shifting, you're rephrasing like the question to fit your narrative.
Yes, but then see, that's how you. It's like anybody else. Like there's a lot of people that would see it that way, and then there's going to be a lot of people that see it the other way. So it's like who is right, who is wrong? Because this statistics say this is how much numbers, and this one says this much number. So it's like if there's going to be a lot of persons like you, like you're just, you're arguing a good case. You're
right away.
But then there's other people that would argue the same case, but the lower numbers. So it's like, it goes back to the catch-22 again. It's like, yeah, you're right. No, but you're right. But, it's like the studies they take, it's like, who is right?
But there's real numbers is what I'm saying.
Okay, see, for you're saying there's real numbers. How do you know there's real numbers?
Well, I mean, because there's real numbers. How do you... Like if so many people come in sick, and so many people are hospitalized, and estos vatos, pues they get diagnosed with COVID, that's a number.
Yeah. Well, we'll look at good example. Look at the nurse and the doctors that were doing that conference, a news conference, and she was saying the cure is there, the chlorine, whatever. I don't know what it was.
The one
called.
that Trump likes, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That it's there. And now they're calling these doctors like, oh, they're fake. Oh, they're not part of the. And if you look them up, they're actually real doctors. So,
but there's what they're doing is they're but esos doctors like that lady that you're talking about. There's already studies that say that mamada is not as effective as they originally thought, which are the studies that she's talking about and Trump still talks about. Like original studies said, oh, this might be not a cure, but something that like a treatment. This might be a treatment, and that's the studies they went with. But as those studies continued on, like originally they're optimistic. Their first test looked good. When they got to bigger groups, it turned out it didn't work out as well. Like the one like in their little group, it was 70% effective, and they go, oh shit, tiene esperanzas. As they did bigger studies, that 60% would go down to ponle to like 10%, 15%, but on top of that, more people are having side effects. So then you go, maybe it's not as good. Maybe we don't recommend this. But Trump and like that lady and other doctors are still stuck. They're still saying, oh, but this study said this. Yes, but that same study later on, when it expanded, said the opposite. Like, oh, no, we never recommend it. They say it looks like it could be an alternative. And then that's where they stopped looking at the study because it has already proven your point, ¿me entiendes? So then you don't wait for the rest of it to fucking finish out.
Is this has to do with the African doctor, the Nigerian female doctor? Isn't she the same one that says that she treats people with demons also?
Yeah, that's the one.
She's the same doctor. It's the same doctor that says that.
Yeah, it's the same
So
one.
that's why, like, you gotta. I mean, she goes up, and maybe she might be a accredited doctor or everything.
But she wasn't the only one. That's the thing.
Well,
But look, there's a,
The other one's backing her up.
well,
there's a. It's like the climate change way.
Well, yeah, it's definitely biased way, and I feel like that's what's problem with this fucking country is that we're all biased. Like we're not, especially science. How science is tainted as fuck, dude. Science is gonna, whatever side you're on, the science is gonna reflect your agenda, and I don't care what side you're in. Yeah. But we're not open minded to say like we see like your conversation. I'm on the outside. It's his view and the people that he supports, and that's right. And it's your views, the people that you support, and you're right. Yeah. There's no compromise. There's no like, you know what, bro? That's a good point. Exactly. There's no open-mindedness in any dialogue and that I see. And the majority of dialogue, it's more like, nah, bro, well, I don't know why you don't see it. Well, I don't know why you don't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no compromise.
Pero this is where like in the science thing, that's wrong. Because ponle, no.
Science is
it's cute. Like you said, like
science
you frame the question that you want to answer.
Salt, you take the science.
That's what I'm saying. When you do a study, you frame the question how you want, pues, and someone else can reframe that question to change those numbers. So that's why it's biased. So like if I want to prove something,
there's more reasons why it's biased.
But I'm just confirming what you're saying. Yeah, there's a bias. It's like when we talk about documentaries. Mm-hmm. If you see a documentary, someone had a little agenda, you filmed that for a reason.
But you should be open-minded to know, hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. They make a lot of sense. Why can't you say either side makes sense? Because I feel like if the issue is very touchy, there's different angles that make sense. You can't just say like, this is the only thing that makes sense, or that's the only thing that makes sense, or this is the only thing that makes sense. If it's a really touchy subject, they're making sense from all angles, but you're not open-minded to think that. It's just like my team saying this, and my team of scientists is also saying this, but your team is saying that, so you guys are wrong. But no, it's like, why don't we compromise?
Because in a lot of conversations, that is 100% correct way. Like when you're talking about like science, you take like climate change, right? So climate change, there's always the side que dice, no, pues it doesn't exist. Look at these scientists and these things also fucking determine that it doesn't exist. It doesn't work. The math doesn't add up. But when fucking ponle, not even like 95%, ponle 90, if 90% of the studies, 95% of those scientists in that field, all their studies say climate change exists. Yeah, of course there's 5-10%, only even unos 15% say no way, we have different studies that say different, or they skewed the numbers or reframe the questions como quieras. If that many more of the majority says no way, we've done all these other studies, and it's not one company, it's not one like a group or whatever, it's a chingo of groups, 95% of them or 90% even will say it exists. Just because, of course, there's going to be fucking opposition. There's going to be someone else with a different point of view. But 5-10% is not the same as 90. You can't say, oh, well, that 5% must be right. How is it we have 90% on the other side? Everybody cannot be skewed in that same direction at that percentage way.
I mean, that's intel that we don't know where. And based on the way the science world works, it's a really biased industry. And you are only required to report what you want to report. So whatever studies we cite, whatever studies I cite, whatever studies you cite, whatever studies you cite, in my opinion, they're not accurate because you're reporting what feeds your agenda. Yeah. So all I'm saying is like, why don't we have a conversation? It's like, you know what, bro, you are right. Yeah, it does make a good point. But you can't have those kind of conversations because it's either what you think or what I think and what my team thinks. And that's why we clash so much, dude, I think.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If it's something that, like, this is not our field.
Yeah.
But we're saying. Like,
we're experts, yeah.
We're saying numbers like 90% versus 5. We're saying numbers that it's not even our field. Maybe what we hear. But exactly what you said. Your team is saying this number, so you go by that.
I mean, we're all political analysts.
No, but I'm saying...
We're all political analysts.
Like my example, climate change, I'm not like just throwing out... Well, I'm kind of throwing out numbers. But it's one thing for one group to say this, one group, even if you said the thing was like 50-50, 50 say that, or even 60 or 70, like this, 70% of the groups say this and otros 30-40 say this, then you go, well, maybe, you know, there's some gray in there that even like statistics say there's a margin of error. So it gets pretty close, you know? So that, in that question, maybe, I don't know. But people like climate change, it is like it's even more than like 90% of groups and scientists from different countries, from different backgrounds, from different religions, from all kinds of things. It sounds almost impossible to say, oh, they all have the same agenda.
Yes, I get what you're saying, Wade, but this gets politicized where it's like mostly Republicans are denying climate change and mostly Democrats are saying that it exists. But then, like, if I contradict what you're thinking and I tell you something like, okay, well, Al Gore's for climate change and he's driving around in his jet, well, how do you explain that? That adds to the fucking whole agenda. And it's not like, yeah, that's a good point, bro. I don't know. It's like, no, well, how about this? It's never like a compromise. So either side that gets things that honestly it's like, okay, he made a shit ton of money with climate change, but he was driving around a fucking jet. Like, what did he contribute to climate? Like, or the climate change, I should say. But you say something like that, that's so obvious. Like, and you would think in your head, people would be like, I know, I don't know, it sounds stupid. But it would automatically say, no, but this is what happened. There's no like compromise. There's no.
Yeah, but what
view of it? You can have your perspective of it, but not like I can't sit down and talk about that because I honestly wouldn't have the facts.
But I'm saying that for that's almost anything. Way none of us are pros in any of this. But I'm saying like even now, like Al Gore has nothing to do with the science. Way Al Gore, like you said, made money off it. Fucking still flew in his private jet. I don't know. I'm not here to defend that pendejo. But I'm saying when you talk about, because I mean it is true. Way like if you're making money off it, way it's not like he did everything for free. He still like if he does a speaking engagement, he doesn't go out of that I know of at least. He doesn't go out of the goodness of his heart way. They probably pay at least his flight. You know, they pay that private jet you're talking about. So
every speaker.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you're doing it, that dude doesn't need money. Way you know like.
So well, he does need money. See, that's the problem is that people think, why is he getting paid for it? You need money. You need money to build hospitals. You need money to build charities. You need money to donate. You need money. You do need money. People do need money, especially if you have a purpose that you want to help out. When in this case, it's climate change. Of course, he needs money, dude.
No, but at a certain point, you don't need more money. You do need money. You can do like what you're saying. Okay, I'll do your thing. Donate to this. I don't know if he does that. I'm saying I'm not here to defend that vato, and this whole thing really has nothing to do with the science. Like we're saying, if you're talking about the science on climate change, pues, it's like, dude, it's almost impossible for all those groups and everybody to get on the same bandwagon like that many way. Like it almost sounds statistically impossible. So sometimes when you're talking about science, yes, it could be skewed, it could be biased, and a lot of it is. But like there's some stuff that the numbers are the numbers way, and maybe these numbers are a little different from these numbers, but they all point to the same thing. Same thing like with that drug that we're talking about. They take something from that like optimism, and they push it as a result. The result wasn't this is good for you, this is a cure, this is a treatment. It was optimism that they just fucking took it as yeah, this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. But the science ends up saying no way. And most of the doctors, I don't know what anywhere like that percentage is, but it's in the majority, would tell you no, that's not the answer. And of course you're going to have the outliers because there's always someone que da la contra, someone that thinks a little differently, thinks outside the box or whatever. Or maybe that doctor has had the good results, you know, like in his patients, it's worked out. So for my patients, it's worked out, but they don't say with my patients, they say, yes, this is the answer. But he's talking about a limited study, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So science is science. Once you start bringing in Al Gore and what he did with this and that's complete otro pinche pedo.
No, I mean, we're having, a lot of the times, we're arguing about different things. And then you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. and then you get excited, and it's like, no, that's not what I said, dude. That's not what I said. I'm not talking about the science. What I'm talking about is having an actual conversation. And you know what? People can argue this, I mean, all they want. I'm not saying I'm right, but I feel like a lot of it comes to us expecting for government to fix our shit. And so government gets involved. Medical. I don't think medical should be politicized. I don't think climate change should be politicized, because then you start getting the sides divided. Well, I'm red team, so I don't believe in fucking climate change. Well, I'm blue team. I think it's real. If climate change wasn't politicized, then you would be more open-minded, because it's not about having a team. It's about, this is what the science is saying.
Working together.
Yeah, working together, because this is what the science is saying. Medical shit is politicized, so it's like, if this guy's president's telling me to take this pill, I'm not going to take it. And then that's when you start getting into these really messy conversations. And I feel like it goes down to us expecting for government to take care of some of the shit that we should be doing on our own.
So, but I mean, how would you pass laws then if it doesn't get politicized?
It should be a state thing, dude. I mean, I get,
But that's political.
yeah, I know. And I knew that's what you were going to say.
Okay, go.
But what I'm saying is, it's still not in the wide spectrum of like the president. It's the cities dealing with their own shit. It's cities not relying on big government to take care of the shit where they're supposed to. And then it even clusters between city councils. It even goes even further than that. It's, you need to be responsible for the people around you, because at the end of the day, if we all watered our grass, dude, the neighborhood would look really nice. And so that means people, why are we worried about fucking a big government when we should be worried about our city councils? We should be worried about our politicians that we can go and fucking talk to. We can go send a fucking letter.
Voices count.
That's what I'm saying, way. But we don't do that. We want to, oh, that city, oh, she's fucking doing this. Oh, well, I don't care. But the president is doing this. And I'm not for the president, dude. I'm not for those agendas and what he's preaching. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to change the fucking president, but you can change the city council. You can change local government. And yeah, I mean, that's politics, but it's not in the big spectrum of like a whole nation's political system. You know, it's easier to get shit done on a city level than it is on a whole country level.
Yeah, because then they can take it to the next level. So
But what I'm saying, that's all still political way. So you still have to bring it to political, because even at the local level, you still have the divide way.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm arguing for that
So do we
union.
bring in the political or not?
No, I'm arguing that the cities and the states should take care of their own shit.
Okay, so
and if they need funding, if they need all that, I mean, we have resources here that we can fucking figure shit out, dude. I mean, California is considered a fucking economy that's comparable to fucking countries.
We're like country wise, we're like a fucking still in the top 10.
So we definitely don't need fucking a government to tell us.
But like to something on the scale of climate change way, something we're talking about global way. Yeah, what if you change the law? Maybe not California, because California is, like we said, is too ginormous.
But see, that's where we live. Why are we not focusing on California?
Yes, because my example, it won't work.
Let's focus on California. This is where we're at. Why are you worried about fucking the states?
Because I'm just talking about an example, like a political example. So I want to get states.
So now we're talking about different things, because now I'm talking about a state level, and you want to politicize it into a whole nation.
No. I'm trying to bring together what you're saying.
And we're gonna go like this.
We can't start at the.
We're gonna go like this because you're already arguing about a different thing.
No, I'm talking the same thing, because you brought it from the president that we shouldn't go federal. Politicize it federal. That we should politicize it at the local level,
because it becomes a team. It becomes a team.
Yeah, well, yes. So let me get it out. So you're pulling it from here to here, and I'm trying to pull it back to the top. So I need an example that's comparable. So yes, I don't live in Arizona, but I'm just trying to take it to the political level. So if Arizona on a more local, like state level, passes some climate change thing, and you go, oh, chingon, this state passed, but New Mexico, that's right next door, does the complete opposite, then there's no net positive, there's no net negative, it's just the same. So at that level, you need to go up to the next stage. So even if you start at the local level, if your city passes a bunch of ordinances for benefit of climate change to kind of try to reduce your footprint, and the city next to you does the opposite, there is no really change. Maybe they're just like, oh, they're doing that. Bring all your businesses over here. Now we have more pollution next door. So it's neutral way. Like overall, you made no change. So you go to the state level, you do the same thing. Arizona, New Mexico are similar sizes. One passes positive thing, one passes the opposite to bring all that business over. You're back at net positive. So you need to go to the highest level that we can go to, because obviously that there's no known like world power, like global government. So you go to the federal, which is our U.S. government. You have to pass some laws that unite everybody. So California has the same laws as Arizona, as New Mexico, as Texas, so that at least as a whole country, you're bringing stuff down. So maybe Canada has something different, and then otra vez you get back to fucking no benefit. But as it is, ponle, in the real world, Canada's probably doing better than us. So that's what I'm saying. You have to go to the biggest body you can to make actual change way. Because if not, then you get to that political divide. So this is not the case in real life, but if New Mexico is a Democrat and Arizona's Republican, then they're going to have the opposite and there's not going to be any change. It's just no net positive, no nothing. It's just neutral again. ¿Entiendes? So you have to take it to the highest level way and figure out the politics, I guess, like we're saying way. You can't escape it way.
Yeah, and you could even further branch it out to something that you mentioned, and just to prove your point, you kept going. But if I mean, that's a good point. I'm gonna be open minded to say that's a good point, bro. You make good sense. But then if we take your analogy, it's the same thing. Then whatever the fuck we do doesn't matter, because we got China doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Yeah, we got the whole. I mean, as Americans, we think that we'll rule the whole fucking world, that everything that we do is impacting the world. And it is. Certain things, of course, yes, we're impacting the world. But we're just a fucking little country in a world that has China, that has these monsters that don't have the same mentality that we do. Way. You're a podcaster or whatever you want to call yourself. Way. You do what you do. I'm a musician. This dude's a painter. Why are we having these fucking conversations that stress us out, that keeps us from actually doing things that we need to be doing for ourselves? This is all above our pay grade, but we all want to walk around like we know everything. We all want to walk around like we're fucking political analysts. We're fucking, we know about the climate change. I can honestly say that I don't know shit about this because I don't concentrate on this. And everything that I ask is based on my curious mind. It's not that I'm trying to say that I know things, but it's just the way that my mind works. It's like it's more open-minded, because I build that for myself, because I know that if I want the world to change, I have to change first. And when you make that transition, you realize like you have a curious fucking brain. And it's not that I want to say that I know everything. It's just like, I'm just a fucking musician from LA, dude. I'm not a political analyst. Like,
I talk to you about music and you know more music than I would, but it's me being curious about your knowledge about that.
But we spend our time arguing with each other about shit that we don't get paid for this. We didn't study this. Just because we read fucking articles. And I say we because I'm fucking included. Just because we read articles, we watch YouTube videos. We don't know shit, dude. We don't know shit. And we were talking about the Kiki Camarena case and all that shit. So we're arguing about something that's present time, not knowing all the factors that are at play. We're getting upset with each other from what's the tip of the iceberg. We don't fucking know everything that's going on, dude. And if we did, we would realize that all we can do is change ourselves. And that sounds really selfish to a lot of people. And it's not. Because when you change yourself, you change everybody around you. You change your fucking community. You contribute to the social fucking energy. And I know people don't believe in that shit. But if we're having negative conversations and we're constantly arguing, that's throwing it out there. And you're throwing that shit out there. But if you have more positive thoughts, if you have more positive conversations where you're actually not having a judgmental conversation, but you're having a conversation to see where you're coming from and not judging that person for that and being like, okay, I mean, that makes sense, bro. But in a more open-minded approach, that's adding to the environment, I feel, because you're having a positive conversation. You're having positive information thrown out there. And I feel like it might sound like it has nothing to do with climate change, but you're throwing a certain frequency out there. You're throwing a certain vibe, dude. And if it's all negative, it's all arguing, We're arguing about shit that we have no idea about, dude. We don't know any of this shit, dude.
So not to. I want to go back to it because I was just
welcome
curious.
back, bro.
I know. No, because you guys were going in, but I had to step out and take a phone call.
Everything good?
Sorry. Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But when I caught out the doctors, I think her name is Stella Emanuel.
I was doing some research right now.
I was looking at it because I heard about her, and I know I had it saved. I just couldn't remember her name. I was looking into it because she's a pastor also in Houston. She has her own church. She's got a Christian church or whatever. She's a pastor there, and I know that she's claimed that they're curing people with alien DNA. That what is it? Demon sperms is killing
Jesus
people. She's talking about she did a video, whatever, and Facebook took it off, and then she goes off on Facebook saying that Jesus is gonna destroy the servers and everything, that they keep censoring her. So that's what I'm saying. You know, is this the same doctor we were talking about? That she's from Cameroon, actually, not Nigeria. She's a black one, right? She's a black doctor and everything.
Right away.
No,
Does that have to do with anything?
She talks in third person.
I
Right?
know.
No.
Right away. What's that?
No, I just want to make sure because it could be it might be another female doctor.
What's that have to do with?
It could be another female doctor. I just want to make sure that it's the.
I like that
the right
little
one we're
fucking.
talking about.
How many of
All
them
right.
cure demons, way?
No, but she makes all these claims so that's why
she's a little iffy.
she's
You gotta consider the source, basically.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah. That's the only one because I saw that video too, and I worry because my mom gets these videos. Relatives get these videos, and they send them, and usually they do the translation,
Mario gets these videos.
right?
But see, our parents believe in like
Yeah.
Jesus and all that,
Yeah,
that
and
weird
the
occult
demons,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
demon sperm and
They
fucking
believe
alien
that shit.
DNA and
Quick,
all that.
bro.
So when you were saying that, because I think my mom was telling me about this, so I started looking her up, and then I saw the video, and I'm like, oh, okay. I did a little research, and I told my mom, be careful when reposting this shit. Be careful because you're going to send it to family in Mexico, and they're going to believe it, and you don't want to be responsible for someone having an allergic reaction to this medicine. They don't know. They might be able to get it. Especially in Mexico, you could buy medicine without a fucking prescription.
Yeah,
dude.
that one's. I don't even think you need a prescription for that in
Yeah,
Mexico.
that so you don't know if So I told her we have a lot of family that have health issues. Do not repost this. Do not repost it. Do not send it. And I told her, look, this is what I found out about her. And then she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, just be careful with it. Because she's very susceptible, especially because una tía se lo mandó, que un tío, que un primo, whatever. And she gets all these. And she's the same one that will like repost Buenos Dias with a little teddy bear on a kitten, type of deal. So she gets it and she sends it out without even, and I told her, look, whenever you get these, you gotta research. She already kind of has a hang of Googling and everything. So she'll look into it and then she starts reading like, oh, okay. A veces se le pasan, uno o dos. And I'm telling you, the fruit doesn't fall from the tree because I'm the same way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Ramon do this due diligence he's talking about?
I've started to do some due diligence on it, But I told her, just be careful with this. And so when I was hearing you talking about this, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, is that the same doctor? Yeah, there's something about her. I'm not saying that she's a wacko. I'm not saying she's crazy. She has her medical degree, so she must know something. But then you also got to see that she's a pastor. She's, making these claims, and then I guess when they censor her, she's saying that Jesus is going to destroy the Facebook servers, type of deal.
Oh shit! I didn't see that part. You gotta fucking tag in, Mario, so we can hear you. Wait,
fucking jump in, eh?
You're too far now, way.
Fucking, go.
Tag in, way. Llégale.
I'm saying she's the one that was basically the front line,
Yeah.
and
Por arriba, up, go up.
but there was oh shoot, I can hear it. There's other doctors I'm in that backed her up.
Yeah, but
you know what? It's gonna come back again to the hearsay.
Yeah.
Hearsay thing. So.
And that's the other thing because I know
Póntale
that
más cerquitas, güey.
yeah, más cerquitas. I know that
Así, ándale.
I know that President Trump, because later on when I found that, and like a day or two later or whatever, I saw that President Trump was talking about her and that she supports. He doesn't know nothing about her, but he supports her theory, and blah blah blah. Here's the other thing. Maybe she's gotten away. She's got it because it kind of follows what he's going for. type of deal, or what he's pushing. I don't know. I don't know if he has, investment in that drug. I can't even pronounce it, but it's chlorothiazide or whatever.
Chloride something.
Secatine or whatever.
Ay,
But
güey, sácatela.
I just don't know if what the whole thing behind it is, because she might be a good doctor. She might know how to fucking get in there and save people. But when you start looking further into it, you usually have some geniuses or brilliant minds that are not all there.
That usually seem a little whack.
Yeah. And
for
sometimes there's a genius, but it's just like certain things they can't let go, they can't move on. If they have the science and they have the religion, they just can't separate the both. And I think that's the question with her. I'm not breaking her down or saying anything, but this is for me outside reading and looking at it. And I went through the BBC because there's other sources that I don't really know or trust. But when I found it on the BBC, I'm like, okay, let me see what they do. And yeah, they do reference to this other platforms that I just mentioned, that they have all this. So I'm like, okay, you start looking into it. And she's got videos on YouTube. So you start seeing that. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That little out there. No, but I'm saying I think a lot of these doctors aren't exactly, maybe that one. Yeah, you see her other videos and you go, oh, espérate. Mm-hmm. But there's some legitimate doctors that you hear say the same thing and they don't sound fucking like crackpots.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it could be something as simple as it's worked for them. Like their patients came in, they gave it to them and it worked for them, And that could be 1,000 people way. It could be fucking 5,000 people. Who knows how big their little practice is. Mm-hmm. But it's still like a small sample size. So as doctors, you're like, I don't know, maybe not as doctors, I guess, because they're not exactly scientists or anything. But normally you understand that's like a small sample size and it's like the exception to the rule. You know what I'm saying? So they're not necessarily all crackpots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it might work. It might have worked for them, or only 50% of their patients, it worked for them. And you go, oh, well, 50% is pretty good. I'll take those odds. So, I mean, it's more personal experience, pues, que science.
Do you think they have the cure, the antidote? You think
no way, because there's a lot of lana in that one way.
No, that's why you don't think they have it, and they just don't want to release it because of that.
Oh, they're planning it out how to release it to make more money?
to the
capitalize on
I
it?
honestly think
it might be.
I think there's something out there, but because it's all about money. It's all about
they're waiting for the right time
to
type
capitalize
of
about,
Yeah.
So I really think it's already on there. But that's just my theory. It's not I read it somewhere. That's just what I think of what I've seen and what I've heard.
Well, no, because the pharmaceutical shit I think we've talked about, they're shady motherfuckers, way.
Oh yeah.
And they'll do everything to maximize that profit. So I mean, you can't be that far off, way. Yeah. It's a very possible way.
Yeah. At the end of it all, it just becomes a theory, Yeah. It's all a theory,
And there's money behind it.
Yeah, and there's got to be money behind it, or else it wouldn't be this popular. I guess you can say it, And
right away,
and people take it, And then a lot of stuff that's why when it comes to like separation, it becomes how they interpret one thing and then how they interpret the other thing. And there's, like you said, there's never going to be that middle ground where this doctor is just crazy, but this other doctor agrees. Just exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're all crackpots like the lady he's talking about, way.
Yeah.
I just think one thing is personal experience and one thing science, pues. And like I said, I've seen doctors that look legit, way. Yeah. They talk right. You can look them up. Mm-hmm. They don't seem like they're fucking crazy. They seem like normal doctors, way. But it just turns out it's just more personal experience, pues. It worked out for them.
For me, and this is gonna go typical Ramon, but for me, this medication, chlorothiazide or whatever.
You don't have to say it anymore.
Whatever.
The C drug.
The C drug, whatever.
Chlamydia?
Did you ever see and this is Ramon again, but I'm using as an example. Not as a resource, but as an example. It reminds me of, did you ever see the movie Contagion? No? Sale Jude Law. Jude Law is one of these reporters, like, he's like a guerrilla reporter. He has his own thing.
Come back to a movie where
I know, that's why. And this is just an example.
It's an outbreak.
It's not a resource or anything.
Is good too.
But in this one, that character Jude Law is pushing this drug called forsythia. You know, he gets everybody fucking worked up, and they're all trying to go get it, and there's people fighting for it. They're attacking.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like forsythia, and then he goes on his camera, whatever, and he's like, I feel the symptoms. I'm sweating. I got this. I'm gonna take a couple of drops of this, and if I make it tomorrow, then you know it works, and if I didn't, then you know maybe there's something better out there. At least in the movie, he fakes it. He makes it like he seems, and so that he could, because he's profiting enough from that drug.
Yeah. So what makes it different from what's going on?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. I'm not like it's a possibility, not that it's a fact, but I'm not like that's when I hear about this and I see all these people pushing it, I'm not like, okay, someone's got to be. I mean, could someone be behind it and pushing this so that they could make some money off of it or get it off the ground, and you know this money's going into their pockets type of deal? I don't know. It's conspiracy. But I mean, I'm like, I don't have the proof, but this is what it sounds like to me. It's like how you were saying, my theories, you know? Mm-hmm. This is me, my theorizing. This is a comparison that I have. I'm like, oh shit, that could be it.
Someone's making money off it.
Yeah. That's you know, red would be my face if it comes out and it is a fucking killer. I'm like, oh shit, look at that.
The fucked up part with that is like that drug, a lot of people, the people with lupus take it and people couldn't find it. It became like fucking the insulin that's all fucking crazy to get to también, güey. For the diabetics, they're paying ridiculous prices or taking half the dose, like to stretch out their pastillas, güey, because everybody was fucking buying it because everybody's hyping up that drug, güey.
Oh, yeah.
So people that actually need it, güey,
they couldn't get it.
Can't get it, güey.
All right, tag in.
All right, tag in as a honest.
So aquí no me hacen caso, I'm out.
And that was Conspiracy Theories with Mario.
Tienes el drum. Go to it.
Up next, Beirut. Massive explosion.
Another agenda.
Was it an attack or was it a distraction? You tell us.
Ya te dejó el COVID allá en el mic, güey.
I know. Where's the spray, bro?
Where's the spray, homie?
Oh, it's right there. It's
oh, shit, there's a spray.
There is a spray.
Was he yelling at you guys or what?
Se lo está comiendo.
No.
Mario's a calm fucking vato.
Yeah, he's calm.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a Ramon or fucking Esteban or Fernando.
It's all right, güey. I think, I feel like we're recording another Patreon fucking video, güey. Mm-hmm. Like when they threw Fabuloso in my face.
I know. Oh, shit.
This time it's Lysol.
I know.
No, but I mean, I know the negative discussions, way, but I think people just need to fucking discuss, way.
It is. And
like we're saying earlier when we're venting about other stuff, sometimes you just need a vent, you know, también.
Just need to vent and then hear another perspective. And that's the thing, you know. Throughout this podcast, I know we've had fucking moments. No. I'm just on our experience. I'm just talking
for yourself,
about on our experience or my experience.
Which one of your podcast? Are you talking about the right podcast?
No, yeah, this podcast.
Te me quedaron allá, güey.
We've had moments where we don't agree with each other and everything, but along the line, I've also learned, you know, how to just listen. And sometimes I'll listen and I'll take it. I don't stay except for the Juan Gabriel thing. But I don't stay stubborn and say like, no, fuck you guys. No, this is me. No, I don't stay stubborn. I'll listen to them and I hear your points. And I usually talk to like, you know, usually the one that I go to that kind of like helps me see both sides. Believe it or not, it's West Side Dave.
Well, West Side Dave's a good fucking
he's very bipartisan. Like he'll hear this side and hear that side, and then he'll say like, well, you know what? Yeah, I can see their point, but I see your point. So in reality, this is good, you know. Yeah, he's very neutral. So I'm very grateful that I have that. I don't know if our listeners have a person like that, but you gotta, you know, I'm sure you do. Just
they have Ramon for that one.
Yeah, no.
The Ramon show's here for them.
Yeah, so ya te digo. ¿Qué tal con la explosión, though? I mean,
Beirut?
Yeah, that thing was fucking.
It looked crazy, man.
That gave me chills.
It looked fucking crazy, man.
That fucking gave me chills, dude. It's like you actually, like you seen the bomb testings and like, you know, little fake towns or like in the desert or whatever. Like, oh, whatever. But this one, you actually see somebody recording it and you see the, you know, like the destruction that it does and just like that, dude. It's like, it was for me, like, me asustó, güey.
It just fucking looked crazy, güey. I don't know too much about it, but I saw that video and it looked fucking insane, güey.
Shit. And, como siempre, There was the first ones to always take it, dude. It was the firefighters. They were there fucking battling the fire at first before it went off. You
I
know.
don't know. That's it. I don't even know too much about it. Way besides the initial video way. I don't. That's all I pretty much know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Did you see it?
I saw it because my chick has family in Beirut, way, so she fucking sent it to me. Like, look what's going on. But at first, I didn't. I mean, it had like a mushroom shape to it. Like, it looked kind of weird.
I know.
It's like, wait, a fireworks company? This is what happened here?
No, I think it was.
Mario, yeah, tiene sus theories.
I know this was a place that had like 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate stored
Yeah.
there, and it supposedly had been there for like 6 years and shit.
I don't know.
You know, so I'm like, I don't even know what ammonium nitrate does. I know it's an explosive, but I don't know what you could use it for, like as maybe for everyday common stuff. I don't know.
I think the other.
Fertilizing, okay.
Yeah, that they make bombs and shit. But I'm saying everybody just associates, like you see the mushroom cloud, and all of a sudden
It's
it had to be some bomb, like a bomb. But like if you have bomb making materials in that way, obviously it might make a similar explosion way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I can't say because I don't know too
Well,
much.
I'll tell you this much. One thing that I'm like, and it helped. I'm like, this would have helped out when I was younger, because for some strange reason, I remember when I was in school, I could never not understand, but I could never make a connection between the speed of sound. You know, like
What do you mean?
they always said like electricity or light. When they say the speed of light, it's like instant. You see it, but when you see like a thunder, you see it, and then the sound. I can never understand that concept. I'm like, how is it that I see the light first, but then I hear the sound later? Like, whatever. They explained it to me. I couldn't grasp it until this fucking video, because now I saw the impact and the shockness of it
But you
and the
just-
destruction.
So there's an impact? It wasn't from within?
It exploded.
Ramon,
No, but you
se está
said
revelando.
well, when you say impact, what do you mean? Like with the actual like?
Yeah,
Está revelando.
Okay.
the actual detonation of it.
What do
you
you know, homie, that we don't
Well,
know?
he said there was a missile. He showed me a video.
Oh no! Someone put up. I'm like, oh look, they put it on slow motion and it
Why
sounds.
you giving me false
I know.
information?
No! Don't fucking start. I'm
I mean,
like,
you talk about your mom giving false
I know.
information. I don't read this shit, so I'm going by what you're
No.
telling me. You're telling me it's a missile.
Yeah.
no.
So I got to take
All right,
that.
Show
for
me
the
videos that
listeners.
it's a- I
For the
heard that.
listeners.
He didn't show me,
Prior
but I
to
heard
recording, I brought up that I'm all like, and I was looking at something, and I showed Esteban, oh look, fucking, they're already showing that supposedly there's a missile that hit it before it blew up, but they're doing it in slow motion, and it looks like it's fucking and like a holographic camera or something, like in black and white. It's not in color, right? That was separate. What I'm talking about is like, again, I don't want this blowing up like the truck incident. But when finally I was able to make the connection between the sound, the way the sound travels. I'm like, holy shit. Now if I would have seen this in elementary or even junior high, I would have been able to connect it like, oh, okay, I saw this thing detonated. I see it. And it takes a couple of seconds until I hear it. Oh, all right.
But I'm saying it took you 40 some odd years.
Yes, it
you
did.
Just said you saw the lightning.
No,
and you
I would
hear
see it, but it's like I couldn't make sense of it.
And over the hood, remember a few times, more than once, where you see the fucking planes that would pass by with the sonic boom. Mm-hmm. So I mean, how did it take you 40 something years?
Because I guess it was more visual for
But
me.
I'm saying all this other stuff is visual, lightning.
Yeah, but not
planes.
the destruction that it did along the way, Like all these other things, like, you see the building blow up and then you see everything fucking destroy around it and then you hear it. Like, oh, fuck. That for me, somehow it clicked. I don't know why.
It was just a ginormous scale.
Yeah, and a very ginormous scale. That's how it fucking clicked to me. Like, holy shit, all these fucking years and now I finally can grasp it. I'm like, oh, that's the way sound works.
Sound is crazy because it doesn't just dissipate; it travels infinitely.
Yeah.
So it's always it's always going.
This thing traveled 25 miles, that sound.
That we can hear from the ear, right?
Yeah.
But it travels infinitely. It never stops.
It just keeps going.
It's a wave,
It
yeah.
just keeps fucking going forever. Or I shouldn't say forever because what is that, right?
Well, yeah, because it starts hitting things and reflecting.
Because they even say like every time you look at the sun, it's like 7.5 or 8 minutes. There's an accurate number, but just for the sake of this conversation, wherever the sun is pointed at, that's where it was 7.5 or 8 minutes ago. It's not where it's at right now. Because apparently the time it takes to hit Earth, there's like that discrepancy. So like even when you see stars, those stars exploded like millions of years ago. They probably don't exist anymore. That's the theory.
Yeah, the light's still traveling.
Is that the light you see with the stars is no longer there, but to the eye, you're seeing the aftermath, right? Yeah, all that shit's interesting, dude.
Like the one that I always bring up, way, then I guess you can call my favorite way, the one that we live on a time delay.
Yeah.
Remember, I always tell you that because what you saw already happened, where it has to transmit to your brain. Your brain has to translate it into something that you understand. By then, what happened already? Like, so you're living on a time delay.
Yeah, that's cool stuff, right?
Yeah, that one, eso me saca de onda también. It's like, and I remember, I don't know, and before you said it, I know someone else had mentioned it or I heard it somewhere. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense because how is it that, athletes or how is it that, all these people have that quick reaction to get it if it already happened? But I'm like, no, because in reality, they're just catching up to it. Right.
Well,
it's synced. It's synced to the delay because everything's delayed.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm like, oh, all right. Now it clicks.
But that you're reacting to everything. You're not actually living it.
Yeah. So that was the difference with it. I'm like, oh, fucking A.
Yeah, that was fucking Taca Brown's way. I remember when I was a kid and someone told me that one. I was like, no, pinche mames.
Pinche diablo.
I know. I was like, you motherfucker.
Oh, shit, man. So fucking Kim. Oh, I got something, and I need you guys to help me out with this one because I did 2 douchey shits yesterday at work.
You took 2 douchey shits.
No, I
How's
did.
That work?
I did
at the same time.
I have 2 douchey situations.
All right, that's different.
I'm gonna go with the first one. So the first one, I'm working in Malibu, right? And I'm by a life tower, and there's a box that got damaged and everything.
No real names needed, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I'm working on this and fixing it, and I notice that there's a group of people, like a family, and they're they're a little somber and everything. I see them go towards like the rocks. They really can't go down because it's not sand area; it's just rocks. And so they're around there, and I see them, and I'm working on it, and then I hear like someone crying, and I turn around, and I see that they have an urn. And I start seeing them, I guess they're throwing out the ashes. And I said, fuck that. Me metí a mi troca, güey. I felt bad, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get sprayed with this person's ashes, because it was windy.
Shit.
And I'm like, I don't want it to be like the Big Lebowski fucking moment where like you're throwing the ashes and it lands on on somebody.
Maybe that dude had like good luck when he made millions.
I know,
I don't know.
Hey, you want some of that energy, bro?
I don't know, but
you should
I'll take that shit.
A line off your truck, bro.
I understand if they're doing that shit like in Linwood.
Yeah, pinche ceboso.
Hey, bro, I think you missed your opportunity, bro.
I know, güey. Esas cómetelas, güey.
That's the one like that dude that's stranded in the ocean and he's praying to Jesus to save him. Jesús, ayúdame. And pasan pinche un barco. Hey, bro, you need help? Nah, Jesús will take care of it. Pasa otro barco. Hey, wait, you need help? Nah, wait, Jesús will take care of it. He's still praying. And then the third boat passes and nah, wait, Jesús will take care of it. And he fucking dies and he goes to heaven. Hey, wait, what the fuck, bro? I prayed for you. Wait, te mandé 3 barcos, güey. What the fuck? You didn't get the point? That was maybe your moment where
I don't know. I wasn't praying for fucking...
You could change your life.
I'm not praying for money. I'm not praying for change.
The last episode, we had a little money discussion.
No, but...
We would have took a little ashes, way. Maybe we could have got some sponsors in this.
Maybe you could have started the woodworking business with that fucking...
No.
That good karma.
I'm not trying to get into the business. That's what you guys don't understand.
That's only for when shit hits the fan, bro.
I'm not unhappy with my work. I'm happy where I work at, That's the difference. I'm not trying to start something else because I'm unhappy where I'm at.
You do that a lot, way. As a friend, I've noticed that you do that a lot. Like you wait for the moment where shit hits the fan to make a change.
Well, no, but I prep up for it before it hits it. And then...
that's what we're saying. Do you really?
I know why you started keto and why you changed all that shit. It was at that moment.
Exactly.
So that same mentality is you take... it's obvious. Like that's the way you live your life. So that same mentality gets played out in every single aspect of your decision making.
That might be a good point.
That's what it is.
That might be a good point. I'm like, maybe I have to look into it because that's a good example. I'm like, okay,
Just as a friend,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, hey, bro, I've seen how you get when shit hits the fan. And as a friend, I was like, hey, wait, well, maybe. And then Fernando was saying the same thing. Maybe if you're going to change, why don't you start now? That way, it's not like, oh, shit, what the fuck am I going to do here?
No, well, separate the
'Cause,
side.
I mean, Seven
separate
had
on
been
the
telling you
side.
for a long time, no, about eating healthier
Yeah.
and shit. You've been saying it for a long time.
But it took what we all
okay.
know.
All right, and
took
I
what we all
agree,
know.
but I don't. My
Yeah, I
whole
told you about that keto too before we talked about it.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did talk about it.
brought it up.
And you know what, bro? It's because you say this so many times, wait. I'll let the old Ramon take care of it.
Oh yeah,
Hey, guess what, bro?
I'll let future Ramon
yeah,
deal
but
with
guess
it.
what? You're here now.
Future Ramon will deal with that. You know, I'm not gonna worry about it right
This
now.
is future Ramon, way.
Yeah.
This is the guy that you would say in your 20s, I'll let that fucking guy deal with it. Hey, you're here now, bro.
Future Ramon will know what
Yeah,
to
you're
do.
dealing with the now.
Hey, here we are, bro.
Yeah, like future Ramon is like fucking past Ramon.
Future Ramon's putting it
Culero.
out to an 80-year-old Ramon.
Oh shit!
if he gets to it, you know?
That's all that conversation was,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, I was just...
So going back to my douchey,
Should have took some ashes to the face. Bro.
was that douchey? Was it douchey que me escondí or?
It was
Nah,
douchey.
not because I know who you are. Where you're miedoso, way. You don't want any of that bad juju. You don't want any of that bad juju hitting your face, way. Quedas con la nariz toda fucking empanizada, güey.
Yeah,
ashes.
no,
It's gonna look like Ash Wednesday. Güey.
o cuando te mandan a limpiar el asador, güey, for la carne asada, and like, what the fuck, why I gotta do it? Palo, te cae todo en la cara.
Yeah, I don't know if it's douchey. Güey.
All
I
right.
don't think so, bro.
All right, I kind of felt bad, but I'm not like,
Well, I still think you should have took a couple ashes though.
probably. But it doesn't mean that if they were Malibu, it doesn't mean that they were rich. It means
That's
like
true.
they come from they're coming from Linwood to the Malibu because they like.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, güey, a mí cuando me mueran, tiérnenme en Malibu, güey.
Did it look that way? Is that what you're saying? You were there.
It didn't look like they were. They looked average. They didn't look fucking todos tirados, and then it looked all fucking rich.
So you have 50-50.
So Linwood status or fucking Whittier status?
Whittier status.
Ah, so little middle
Yeah,
class.
Whittier status. I'll
okay.
say.
So you got good chances there, güey.
You don't know, maybe the muertos like, hey, güey, a mí me entiérrenme en Santa Monica. Because yo vengo de pinche sangre
No, he was in
chingona.
Malibu.
Oh, Malibu.
Malibu.
A mí entiérrenme en
No,
Malibu,
see,
culeros.
that's what I'm saying. If they're from Linwood, they would have went to Santa Monica.
But if they're from Whittier, se van a Malibu.
But if they're from the area, they would have been like, nah, there's too many paisas in Santa Monica. Let's go to Malibu.
Let's go to Malibu. Tienen las cenizas en un parque chingón ahí en Malibu. A ver si le pega un gordito simpático que le cambie la vida.
Ahí yo, pinche. Arreglando el desmadre.
I think you missed your moment, bro.
All right, well, fuck it. So that was that one. Pasa lo de Malibu, so I gotta go back to Santa Monica. So I'm driving, and now I'm on this main popular street called or boulevard called Wilshire, right? And it's backed up, and then I'm almost at the intersection, and I see that this car is coming from the side street trying to make a right, but it's time fucking like. You could tell he's desperate that he wants to jump in, but he sees my big truck, and I'm all like, yeah, you're not gonna fucking cut me off, puto, right? So, and I see what he's looking at, and the reason his rush or like his desperation is because there's a spot open right in front of Trader Joe's. You know?
Oh, shit.
There's a spot right open. I'm all like, oh, fuck, that's a key parking right there. Y me entró lo culero. I'm like, ¿sabes qué, güey? I'm gonna fucking piss you off right now. So as soon as I pass it, I get to it, I park right in it. I had no reason to park it, but I just park over. And then when he finally makes it, he looks at me, he's tan cabronado, and he takes off. Once I see him turn, I get out and I take off.
That's premeditated, bro.
That's fucking douchey. But I
That's
don't-
premeditated. You thought that one through.
I don't know if it's douchey, but it's pretty petty, way.
No, that's pretty douchey. I vote that douchey of the COVID.
I wouldn't have thought about it, but me agarró la curiosidad because he was like fucking adamant, like he wanted to jump in there, like, hey, whoa, fuck, espérate. He gives me like a fucking look, like I need to get in. I'm like, hey, wait your fucking turn. And I'm like, and then I see why. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Nomás por culero, I'm gonna park right there.
But that's what I'm saying. You've been that guy, way, so you should understand
yeah,
that guy.
I know, but you know what?
I've seen you in the fucking Quítate pendejo. A ver, you're not parking. Get the fuck out, way.
That's basically America in a nutshell, bro. That's what that is, man.
No shit.
That's a good word.
I know it's douchey, but It's douchey, right?
Yeah, this is America,
that's
bro.
100% douche.
Yeah.
That's,
Certified douche.
Yeah, I mean,
American douche. It's got the stamp.
That's even premeditated way. You'd get the chair for that one.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. But,
oh, man.
you know, like, fuck it. ¿Quién se creía este cabrón?
Someone that needed park because he fucking had to get some leche, güey.
Yeah, you don't know the
What a
context,
dick,
right?
I know, güey.
Maybe he had a newborn,
¿Quién se cree?
his
I
mom's
know.
sick. Hey, mijo, I'm about to die, güey, but I like that soup that Trader Joe's has. Go hook it up. Ay, güey.
Ya vas, ama.
Yeah, yes, the fucking douche.
It's the douche fucking...
You know, fuck you, puto.
Parking's always a fucking bitch at Trader Joe's. Yes, the way making it
And
that
there's-
much worse.
And there's,
Yeah.
it's prime fucking parking, you know?
Could have used your cones at work to fucking clear it for him. Hey, wait.
Let me put the fucking
Could've put on your little flasher on top, yeah.
The
Yeah,
beacons, or let me
Instead of being a good Cristiano.
I know, right?
yeah, that was. I'm gonna have to fucking fess up to that one or explain that one cuando me encuentre enfrente de San Pedro. Like, hey, wait, so I got this one right here, que premeditated, no? Fucking, ¿qué pedos aquí? I'm like,
Más bien es la que te van a aventar. You're going to be like, did good, right? You chingón ass person. Yeah, one time at Trader Joe's, puto. She was premeditated.
you know, you fucking.
That dude was trying to get a sopita for his mom that had the COVID.
They play him a video of what you could have done in your life, and he's living there. Nice car, clears the traffic for this guy, fucking goes back to his nice fucking house.
Or qué tal si fuera la situación, like, you know what you did right there? Este compa had to go around, ended up crashing. Fucking, he got arrested y que la chingada, jefita
Hey.
never said goodbye. Like, fuck.
There's got to be moments in our lives that we don't know what happened, but based on something that we
We did could have affected somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that exact moment.
Exactly. And I knew it. I knew it the minute I pulled in.
That's
Jesus,
what makes... That,
Jesus tested you twice, where you fucking fell both of them. What's the third one? Where I can't wait for next week.
Para la próxima semana.
fuck, güey.
Come on,
And
bro.
then-
Responderá Ramón a las súplicas de
¿Por
Jesús.
qué andas al lado?
I know. Why you all fucking aggro? Wait, what happened to you this
No, I'm
week?
not aggro.
I don't know, bro. What
No,
happened?
no. That wasn't aggro. That was just, I guess, because I saw
¿Qué
him.
te hicieron esta semana?
You
Why
literally said, fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
Hey, why
That's pretty
are you
aggro.
so upset, bro? What happened to you this week?
Nothing.
We're hitting the
Something
keto
happened
hard
to you.
again, or what?
Algo te hicieron, culero. I already know you.
No, nada, güey.
¿Qué te hicieron? ¿Quién fue?
Nadie fue, güey.
Whose face did you put on that dude that was trying to find a parking lot? ¿Ah? ¿Qué te hicieron, güey? Who was it?
There's someone. He's thinking
Yeah,
of
it's
someone.
somebody, bro. Somebody fucked up your whole shit, bro. 'Cause, hey, Doña Mecha did a better job, bro. Don Chano, güey, did a
Es
better
otro
job.
pedo. Don Chano es otro pedo.
What's up, bro? What they
No,
do?
no, nothing, dude.
You're
Everything's
out of
good.
your little balance, güey.
Oh, I'm good,
I don't
güey.
like seeing this Ramon that's out of balance, güey.
Sácale un huevito, güey. We gotta fucking...
Let me align your chakras, bro.
Sácale los balls.
Oh,
Practicing, homie.
by the way, hablando de
Va a
polls,
pensar que es cereal, güey. Esta va a un picture fried rice.
hey, it keeps the fucking leche cold,
Some
eh?
chow mein, come.
It keeps the fucking milk cold, eh? Someone, one of the listeners was asking us, like, hey, if and when you open the sound bath,
Yeah.
would you think about putting it like in the East Los Boyle Heights area because there's
Or
nothing
in
for
the
them
hood
over
somewhere?
there? Yeah.
Not that area, because that's already gentrified. I'll go further where we're from, like Linwood, Southgate area. I mean, I feel like out there, way, I don't know, way. We've talked about this before, way. I feel like East LA, Boyle Heights, not to talk shit, way, but they get a lot of the resources that over here, Linwood, HP, Bell, Maywood. I don't really see a lot of people fucking focusing in those areas. So yeah, of course, way. Of course, I'll definitely consider that way. I want to start it off as just like donating my time way to get the fucking hang of it. So yeah, for sure, way. I think it'll help a lot of people. But I think about the hood way. I think about things that I want to do for them way. Like, and that's also comes down to have you and I don't want to get too off on the little tangent, but have you guys ever heard of a guy named Joseph Campbell?
Not the Campbell soup guy, is it?
No,
don't think so.
He wrote a book called "A Man with a Thousand Faces," I think it's called. Which this is a book that George Lucas read before Star Wars and kind of influenced him in that story. So Joseph Campbell has this thing where that's called the hero's journey. Have you guys ever heard of the hero's journey?
Yeah.
I haven't.
So basically, what Joseph Campbell said is he made he put everything, every single religion, not every, but most of the religions that he studied, he basically figured out that they all follow the hero's journey template, where it's like you start off at a neutral point, and this is. You can apply this to your life way. You can apply this to everything that you do. And it kind of gives you a map because we live life way without any direction. There's no diplomas that we get like, oh shit, I passed this test. So now there's no structure in our lives. We just fucking go and we figure it out and we fucking do what we think is right. And then sometimes we figure it out. Sometimes we don't figure it out. And so the hero's journey basically puts everything in the template. So you start off with a normal life and then you get called to action. And this is the story of Star Wars. This is the story of Superman. This is the story that a lot of directors and people that work in Hollywood, they follow the hero's journey because it's a story that we all can relate to. And it's a story that we all like because it has a happy ending. So basically the hero's journey is you start off as a regular person, you get called to action, which is you start getting these signs that you need to do something different in your life and you don't respond to them. And then the universe or whatever you believe in, it tests you some more. Hey, wait, you're getting called into this. They throw a little shit at you. We joke about the cenizas and shit like that. But shit like that, where you're like, if you're so like consumed with like negativity and you're so consumed in like just thinking about things that are blinding you for that, you're not going to see these signs that you get sent to get called into action. And it finally gets to the point where you're like, okay, I'm called into action. And then you pass the threshold, which is if you want to associate it with a movie, Star Wars or whatever you want, you got the hero that's a regular person, and then they get called to action. They see things that are weird, that aren't making sense, and they're like, what the fuck is this? They avoid the call to action, and they start doing things, and then finally they reach the threshold, and they're into this world that they never experienced before. That's how you view it in your life. All of a sudden you read these books, and you're like, oh shit, where has this been? And then you start meeting mentors. It's like a movie. You start meeting a guy that's in that world that's like, hey, wait, come with me, I'll teach you. You start reading books, you start listening to podcasts, you start doing things that kind of put you in another world. And the world that you started, people don't understand because they didn't understand where Superman was at. They didn't understand where Luke Skywalker put whoever you want up there. They were already over the threshold. So it was already bigger than what they knew. It was already bigger than the people that they left behind. So you continue the hero's journey and then you make it to the center of the circle because it's a circle. And then now you start dealing with fucking dragons or demons. You start going through the roughs and you start utilizing everything that you've learned so far to go on to this hero's journey. And eventually you conquer it. And eventually you start coming up the circle, which happens in movies. They beat the bad guy. And then at the end of it, what happens? They return back to you return back to your community. And then you share everything that you fucking learned. So you give back. You come back a different person. You come back somebody that went through these hardships that nobody fucking understood. Nobody knew what the fuck you were doing. But you knew that this is what you were called for. And you were already too far into the threshold that you just had to continue it. Then you go back and you go back to your community. And then you give back. You give back the knowledge. You give back by opening up centers. You give back by helping the poor. You give back by trying to inspire people to be a better person that they are, to have better lives. And so that's the hero's journey way. That's the journey that we can all apply to our lives in case we want to do something that's way more than what we think we are. And the problem is that a lot of people get called to action and they never cross that threshold. They get called to action and they think it's weird. Our brain doesn't want to go through uncomfortable shit. And then you go back and then you die there. Like, I'm not saying everybody is meant to like become famous or have all this money, but you can definitely do things that emulate the hero's journey, where you get called to do something and you just go over the threshold and you come back and you change your community, where you change your family. It doesn't even have to be that big. And that could be applied to anything that you do, where and fuck, dude, I didn't even know why I started this.
No, because you're going to bring the center back to the community.
And that's what it is, way. It's the hero's journey. Is, okay, I'm going through this. Yeah. It's not because I'm selfish. It's not because I want to fucking have a nice car, a big fucking house. Yeah, that stuff's nice, way. But that comes with going through that journey. That's not the focus. I mean, the focus is to complete the hero's journey, and come back into my community and give back what I learned, the shit that I went through, the shit that maybe can help somebody, a center. All that, yeah, exactly. But that's the hero's journey. Is George Lucas read it, and then everybody's like, "Hey, this is a great format. Let's use it." So it's a standard. You can apply that to a lot of the movies, not any, but a lot of the movies that you watch. The hero's journey is a template, but then we can use it for our lives. We can use that same template to do something to help. Basically, the whole goal of life that I believe, and a lot of people, and then this is where we start getting into biases and all that shit, is that the purpose of life is to be of service. You know, the purpose of life is to be of service. When you start, I know people don't like this, bro, but when you start analyzing a poor mentality, depression, anxiety, these are all conditions and there's obviously other factors that affect these. But what these all conditions have something in common is that you're selfish. You're just thinking about yourself. What do I don't have? Why? And being socially, with having social anxiety, you're thinking how you sound. You're thinking how you look. Being depression, you're thinking what you don't have. You're thinking a lot of the times, a lot of depression patients or depressed patients, they get suggested to go volunteer, and it helps. Why does it help? Because all of a sudden you're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about somebody's fucking struggles and what they're going through. So you take everything out of yourself and make it about them. So there's a book called the Go-Giver, not the Go-Getter. A lot of us are go-getters. We want to stack up. That's being selfish.
Let's get this cheese, eh?
But if you're a go-giver, you're at a of service mentality. And so, even being poor way, I know there's different factors. I don't want to get into a fucking, don't take this the wrong way, but at some of the ingredients of being poor is just thinking about yourself. And you can talk about, well, the rich are fucking this, the rich and that. But one of the reasons why they're rich, and it's not obviously the end all, but one of the reason is because they think outside themselves. Okay, what can I create that's going to help people's lives? What can I do? What product can I create? What can I do to impact the most people? And that's what creates wealth in the form of money. But if you're poor and there's obviously other factors, you're only thinking about what you need and what you have. You don't make that shift. And if you go into this hero's journey, then when you cross the threshold, you start realizing these things. Okay, it's not just about what I want. Like, that's why I've been going through all this shit, because I'm just thinking about what I want. And when you start going through that shit, you start realizing, wait, I have to be of service. I can't. And that goes hand in hand with financial wealth, is because now you're focused on helping other people. Create a program. Hey, I'll help you get certified for things. I want to help you deal with your problems. That's being of service. You're creating a product that you're helping a lot of people. It's not about yourself, but the byproduct of that is financial wealth, because you get paid for it. And so that's something that takes away from like your worry. Because a lot of people think, well, money's not everything. It's not, but it's a fucking tool. Money, I feel, is like a fucking gun. Way in the wrong hands, it could be harmful, but in the right hands, it never gets used. Money in the wrong hands is going to be used for wrong things, but in the good hands, when you're ready to accept it, you can use it for service. You can use it to create centers. You need money, dude. You need money to create centers. You need money. If I want to have a bow in the hood and I want to donate my time, okay, I have to take a loss. I need money to pay those fucking bills so I could give the service for free. So I don't know, man. I don't have the answers to everything, bro, but I definitely think that a lot of these things that we go through on the inside, we can take control over it. There's things that we can do. There's things that we can change of how we think that can actually impact us and impact the people around us way. And this all comes down to that hero's journey way.
Oh shit. That's a good little fucking breakdown.
Sorry about the tangent.
No, that's a good little breakdown.
Let's do it.
I know.
Nah, wait. I don't know everything, dude, but yeah. Exactly.
I hope we can hear Mario working.
I know.
Yeah, like Tony Robbins. I mean, he has seminars that he charges 10 grand to fucking do a person. You think like, oh, what the fuck? This guy doesn't need money. But wait, hold on, wait. Let's really analyze this, because we said this a few weeks back. If you don't, I've heard people have these kind of seminars that charge no money and people don't get anything out of it. When you're financially invested, oh, that's 10 fucking grand, dude. You might think this guy doesn't need money, but it's all for you. Oh, I'm gonna spend 10 grand on this shit. I'm not gonna fucking implement it. No way. I'll fucking spend 10 grand on this shit. I gotta fucking do this shit. And he's of service. He feeds fucking homeless people, whatever you want to think about him, way. Like, it's just people that give back, and they realize that's why a lot of the times, and this obviously is not the case for everybody, but when you're rich and you have a shit ton of money, rich in the sense of money, you're not happy because you're not being of service. You're not complete. You hear people talk about fucking having millions and being miserable. That's because all they're doing is focus on their own wealth. But you can argue that, well, they have a business that they're feeding the masses, and that's being of service. Yeah, but inside in your fucking head, you're not realizing that that's what you're doing. You're not humbled by the fact that the only reason that you're fucking rich is because you created something that impacts. The more people you create, the bigger your wealth is. The more people you inspire and you impact and you make something that they can use, a purpose, the more money you make. Because you're coming out of yourself where you're not selfish. You gotta find your purpose. But people don't find it, dude. People stay in that fucking call to action and they just don't fucking go. They don't go because our brains, dude, fucking coming from poverty, when we think about a journey, we think about the bad things. The people that are successful, they think about the end goal. We think about, hey, wait, but if I start this, the fucking government, I don't want to pay taxes. If I start this, I got to deal with this shit. If we start unmotivating ourselves to start something, and that's why we're always at that, get called to action and go back, because when people that are successful in whatever field they want, they think of the purpose of the end goal. They think, yeah, we're going to go through shit, but fuck it, let's do it. I want to learn from it. I want to be a better person. I want to put myself in uncomfortable situations. People say like, I just want a comfortable life. Okay, what is that? Watching Netflix all the time, not going through shit, that's comfortable. Like you're putting it out in the universe, but it's very skewed. You're not being specific, because comfortable is not doing shit that hurts, not doing shit that tests your fucking patience. That's comfortable. So that's the life that you're going to bring to yourself, you know? You got to be really specific, dude. You know, if somebody tells you you have 6 months to live, the way the brain works is not all the time, but the majority of the time, that's how much you have to live, and you fucking die. When you're working out, I'm going to do 20 reps. Why on the 18th and 19th it starts hurting? Because you're already putting in your head that at the 20th, I'm going to cut it.
I stopped counting now.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I stopped counting. It's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
So I stopped counting. I found this little fucking chingadera on my watch that does intervals, right?
Uh-huh.
So I feel it when it vibrates or whatever. So I started counting.
Do you feel it?
So I'm doing like, if I'm doing like fucking, shoulders, or I'm doing like, because I got 20-pound dumbbells,
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and I got a step box. I do squats. I'm working out the big muscles.
Yeah.
The legs, the back, the chest.
The ñonga.
No, esa madre, pobrecita, güey. Esa chingadera.
That's in the subcategory?
Yeah, esa chingaderita. Me da lástima a veces, güey. Pero that's aparte, güey, aparte. So, I noticed that I was counting, and I'm trying to focus on my breathing and counting, and I was like, okay. And then, you're right, because like I would say, like I'm gonna do 20. Like at 14 or 15, I'm like, oh shit. Fuck, I'm feeling it. And I like, oh, the burn is good. But I'm like, nah, you know what? At one point, I just stopped counting and focused on my breathing. Mm-hmm. And I notice now that I'm going, and since I don't know when the watch is going to vibrate, I just keep going. And then when I feel it, I'm like, oh shit, you know what? Fuck it, I got one more. Boom.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Type of deal. So I'm like, it's funny because, yeah, you mentioned that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I got to stop fucking counting.
You know what, bro? It's like when you want to take a shit and you hold it. But as soon as you start smelling the toilet paper, the restroom, as soon as you know that it's done, like it's like, oh shit, I got to take my pants off because ahorita me voy a cagar, güey.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's already like the end.
Llegas, estás haciendo el baile, mientras pones el papelito, like, oh, chingue a su madre.
But you know what, güey? I got to tell you something, güey, because I know you were talking about working out last week. You kind of inspired me, güey.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to start going back to jiu-jitsu next week because I'm like, you know what? That's right. I need to start doing something that's fucking active, not just work. Because I also have that way. I'm not saying I'm fucking perfect, but I have that. I don't need to work out. I work out at work. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's stupid, way. I'm just being fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, as long as you call yourself out, that's good.
yeah, but I mean, that's really important. Yeah, I have to call myself out. So I'm like, you know what? Ramon's fucking working out. I want to fucking do some shit too, way. So starting next week, yeah, way. If you fucking, we get into another altercation outside, you're getting choked out, bro.
Like, one thing I'll tell you this much. I'll never do wrestling. No, I'm not going to say never. I'm not into wrestling or jiu-jitsu or anything because I have this thing of like, you know, slap. I don't know. It's not a phobia. It's just like I don't like.
It's in the insecurities way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a body image and body insecurities type of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, do that. And not only that, it's just like, you get into a position and it's like, fuck, like why does this feel uncomfortable?
Like, I feel something on my thigh.
I know. Why?
What is that?
Wait, is this jiu-jitsu or jousting?
What's? I don't know. We were fencing. I don't know. We were fencing over here. They're like, oh, wait,
I give up.
No, it's not even that. I'm not. One thing, I'm not homophobic, dude. I'm not.
No, it's not being homophobic.
No, but it's just, I'm more of a
Nobody was even thinking that way.
No, I'm not like because I'm feeling your chile right on my.
I never once thought like, hey, this guy's homophobic.
Like, what the fuck? No, it's just like it's a body image and it's insecurities. I don't like people touching me, and I don't like I'm not the touchy kind.
Yeah.
No quiero que me sientan mis lonjas or my man boobs.
I get it, bro. I get it, way.
So that was it. But hey, there's all kinds of things, and I'm really enjoying it. I gotta work out today and tomorrow because I wasn't Friday. I worked out. I worked late. Yeah, by the time I got home, it's like fuck. It's just like so. Saliendo de aquí, voy a esperar la tarde. I'm going to finish my workout, and then on tomorrow, on Sunday, ya cuando acabe con the little things that I want to do at the house, I'm going to do my workout.
Nice, bro. Yeah, well, I start next Thursday, güey. So, como va.
Instead of Monday? Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's it's a private session,
He's doing private session, yeah. It's that Mike. And you know what's crazy, güey, is he's starting to fucking train cops, güey. Like the lieutenant from Southgate, this chick that he went to high school with, she was telling him that she's gonna start sending them like the new cadets so he can train them in jiu-jitsu. Dude, jiu-jitsu, fuck, I was telling him, dude, you're gonna save a lot of fucking lives, dude. Because these cops, he says, are coming in not knowing anything like about
grappling or
defending themselves, and so of course they're gonna go for the fucking gun if they feel threatened. But he's trying to create a curriculum where he makes it a little bit more so they have these tools to not let shit escalate, way. And I guess they're really open to it. I mean, hopefully it does some impact, way. I'm sure it'll save some lives, way. But I mean, it's obviously a big fucking, it's a mess, way, that needs a lot of work, way. But at least he's doing it.
Baby steps, bro.
He's doing it in his own, like we were talking about earlier. Yeah, he's trying to change things in his own little community. And I think it's great, dude, to have these guys start fucking doing jiu-jitsu, way. Porque, I mean, you could save a life, way.
Shit, man. That's fucking awesome, man. Bueno, Fernie, what's the time? It's time?
Yeah, cuando quieras, güey.
All right. Do we have anything, Fernie?
Yeah, I got them ready this time.
Okay, perfect.
Gee, we already gave your fucking...
Luquín, Ramon Luquín. Not Luján, it's Luquín.
Oh, Luquín. No shit. Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, Luquín.
Y también estaba el Brian Vázquez.
Brian Vázquez. Gracias. Un chingo de gracias.
Thank you, Brian.
Ramon's going to send you out a vibration. Oh, shit, I lost the other one. Y Ricardo Rivera, eh?
Oh, Ricky Rivera, eh? Rick or Ricardo.
It says Ricardo with the no, dog. He's keeping it real.
Thank you, guys, man. I really appreciate it.
They're a little overdue, pero ahí les va, cabrones.
Yeah, fucking sorry about that.
Hey, it really does help, dude. I mean, we don't pocket any other shit. We fucking...
It all goes to fucking the producer right here for the rent space. And
yeah, he raised our rent mid-COVID. Can you believe that
Like,
shit?
chingada, I'm sure there's a page where you can go to fucking file a complaint.
It's like I can't evict you because of moratorium, but I'm charging some late fees.
Well, see, we were under no contract. We didn't sign anything, so he has leverage.
Fucking
Oh shit, we're month to month. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Son of a bitch. I thought we would have some credit, like
Credit?
Yeah, because we didn't come a couple of times,
Oh shit, I don't know about all that, bro.
I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna hit him up. Like,
But
hey,
nah, we appreciate it, man. It really does help him get this
Thank
little thing going. Thank you. This
It
already.
gives us space.
thank you, and somewhere to meet at. Now we could convince the landlord to put AC away
Now, if only we can get him a fucking GoFundMe for some AC.
for some AC and shit. That'd be nice.
You should go on Kickstarter.
Maybe he needs his own Patreon one.
He needs his OnlyFans page. That's what he needs.
Oh
Get that
shit!
OnlyFans.
A wish list, Amazon wish list.
Oh shit!
You gotta start.
I know they sell AC
conspiracy
units.
vlog.
Yeah, but they're like $3,000. Way.
Stop us! It's a wish list, way. It's a wish list.
Just putting it out there.
Hey, should we start a wish list? Like a Chicano Shuffle
Should we?
wish list?
I don't know.
Right
way.
away.
Hey, maybe they won't be able to help out with the Patreon, but nos pueden comprar like something
Right
like
away in AC. They can't go with the
That's a good idea. Way.
$3 is too steep for me, bro.
the
But I'll get you an
Chicano
AC.
Shuffle wish list.
But what are you gonna like your little fucking ball shaver? You're gonna push it like that on
I
there?
know.
who knows?
What is your wish list? A ver, ¿qué
What are you
pedo?
gonna add on
Hey,
there?
you know what? I got a wish list.
Do you?
We have. I mean,
I have a wish list.
let's get us way.
No, I mean,
A little greedy, bro.
I'm just saying. I have a wish list. My list. A ver. Let's see what I have in my list. On my list, I have a camping cot. Portable.
How's that help
portable.
the shuffle?
No, I'm just saying I have a personal wish list.
No, this is all his stuff.
Yeah.
He's throwing it out there to see if somebody says, "Hey, I'll
I
buy you
have
that."
a Journeyman electric clip tech pouch.
Yeah, it's not expensive shit.
No, I got a screwdriver conduit reamer
Oh, you
for conduit fittings. I'm asking for. I have a tough build job site tool and professional backpack. Oh, I gotta get rid of this pen because I thought I had lost my pencil. This one, but I put it back on the wish list, and I could take it off because I have it now.
It's a good podcast, right?
Yeah.
I know,
I know. I'm just saying.
thought we were wrapping it up.
I have a vest.
Typical Ramon. Gotta stretch it out.
Right
I
here,
have
just add the music and just fade it out.
I have a clubs. I have some golf clubs in there. and
These guys,
shit.
this list is long.
I got all kinds of shit in there.
Put
So,
the song right here. Wait.
Usted- you guys fucked up for saying if I had a wish list. I do
No,
have
no
a
one
wish
asked you about your wish. I didn't ask you about your wish.
list. Someone asked me about a wish list.
You asked yourself about your wish list, bro.
All right, it's not about anything.
Dude, I fuck any water wear.
All right. Hey, thank you for everybody. Leave a review, send us DMs, share the podcast, and hope you enjoyed it.
Peace.
A ratos with that, eh?
Órale, pues.
A ratos with that, eh?